Alright guys, BLM here, back with more Mass Effect. We are continuing on, again just double checking on stream before we officially start this. I think everything should be good. And we are, so let's go. Yeah, we're going to be wrapping up Mass Effect. Wrapping up Mass Effect, which, again, most people don't actually care about, but fuck it. Might as well just go straight for it. But, again, lots to talk about. Survivor South Africa. Big Brother. My Australian Survivor video came out. Gonna be doing my mid-season power ranking for Big Brother tomorrow. Gonna get that out on Saturday, so a lot going on right now. A bit of a late start here. Largely because I said this last night that I really wanted to get my Nier Automata retrospective written, and I really forced myself to work on it today, and I did get it done, but obviously that led to me starting a bit late. What am I doing right now? I guess we're going here. So this is Horizon, right? Do I want to do this right now? I think what we're going to do, I'm going to be honest, I'm not like super like wide awake right now. Like I am already kind of on the tired side, so I'm not gonna really force myself to go too long tonight, but I do want to finish the game, so I think we're really just going to streamline finishing the game, and then if we have time afterwards, then we'll do other stuff. But yeah, we'll finish Mass Effect here. It is funny, like I don't get what the fuck's going on with my follower count. What I see on my again, my like follower count, like the actual number, has like remained the same for like 2 weeks now. Yet I see on my stream manager that I've had people follow me. So I don't get what the fuck is up with that number, but who cares, I guess. But yeah, what are we doing here? So this is Horizon. So this is Miranda's mission. It doesn't really matter then, does it? I guess. Yeah, at this point, I'll be honest, I just want to rush through this. I don't feel like Mass Effect 3 in particular has not been that fun for me, if I'm being honest. On the replay here. Alright. Hey, Gumball. Yeah, didn't expect to lose Anesu. I'm not that surprised, if I'm being honest. Like, I've been saying this for a while, that like Anesu's edit to me just felt too perfect for Survivor South Africa, where Survivor South Africa typically has like really flawed winners, or like at least winners that are shown to be flawed. And for like Anesu to be getting this like really perfect edit, like didn't feel like a Survivor South Africa thing. So I wasn't that surprised that we lost Anesu. Hey, it's me, Raccoon. But I mean, like I wasn't expecting it coming into this episode though. Like I definitely was expecting it much later in the game. I did think coming into this episode, I thought the majority was going to stick together to go for probably like Nicole. And then after that, I thought like Anesu was probably going to flip at like 7 with Chappies and Santoni, and I just felt like she was probably going to be like a fallen angel or something like that at the last second, like on the penultimate tribal. But again, did not expect her to go home this early. Like that was a bit surprising. By the time we got the tribal, I was like, yeah, she's going home. But again, before the episode, definitely was not surprising that.
Yeah. Who was fighting?
Oh yeah, yeah. It sucks too because like the HOH comp ended up being a knockout, so it's like that's like the perfect comp to be showing. Like it's weird that we got like the explanation of the was it High Rollers room or whatever, which like they didn't even explain that well. Like I feel like I still like don't fully get how that's gonna work. Like I don't really know how to feel about that twist. Like I mean I think we'll obviously have to see exactly what powers there are. Okay, I'm an idiot. But yeah, exactly what powers there are and how exactly they get them. I do like how they're handling the America's Vote though. Like I do like that it's like in blocks of 3, and I do kind of find it interesting this experiment we're going to be seeing, because I'm assuming we're going to get a vote every week. Because this is going on for 3 weeks. If we get a vote every week, it'll be interesting to see like how their popularity ends up affecting how they play the game. Because like say that someone gets like $100 this week, and then next week they get like 75, and then the week after they get 50. It's like they obviously know that their popularity is going downhill, and it's like I feel like it's going to be an interesting like experiment to see if like something like that happens, to see if like how that affects the game. Like obviously ideally like we would just have no twist and there'll be nothing affecting the game, but if we are going to have a twist that does affect the game, I feel like that's at least an interesting concept. See, hey Jack Friedman, again gonna get caught up on chat here. Hey Sorquel. Yeah, that the season being super dynamic, like that has not held up at all for Survivor South Africa. Like it's really been Tyson and his alliance just holding strong the entire way, which I mean, I did find this episode really interesting. Like I did really like this episode. I did feel like this was probably the best episode since the merge. But yeah, definitely not as dynamic as I would have expected coming into the season. Definitely I'm gonna say, like, as of right now, the way I'm seeing it, like, is Tyson the winner? Because obviously Tyson's been a front runner edgically for a while, but he's kind of had like a bit of a slump recently due to him kind of being set up as like this massive target that was assumed to be the person that was going to be like taken out by Inesu. But like now that's not going to happen, he has won this battle. It's like, is he the winner at this point then? I was expecting Tyson to at least make like final 5 or so, no matter what, but I was expecting him to lose people along the way, but like he's not. I mean, like, we obviously have Inesu gone now. I do expect, like, I mean, if I were to guess, I would say Kieran is the next boot. Like, that's kind of the way I see it, where Kieran obviously had this like visibility spike this episode where he's like getting a lot of credit for a lot of the things going on right now, where like the rest of his edit doesn't really support him being a winner candidate. So I do feel like more than likely we're gonna lose Kieran next week, because I feel like it makes sense too, because like Chappie's like, I don't fully get, like, Inesu when she left said that she wanted to give Chappie's her what was the advantage that she had? I forgot what it was called. Tribal Council Pass, right? Like, she said she wanted to give it to him. Like, did she actually end up giving it to him? That's something I don't know. But either way, like, Santoni has an idol. Like, the minority there of Santoni and Chappies, like, have advantages at this point that I would be surprised if they don't end up using them effectively next week. Which, at that point, it's like, are like Anella and Nicole gonna flip back? Because that's something that could happen. They could flip back. That'll be a 4-3 vote. They could take out Kieran, who is the person that Nicole said that she wanted to get rid of this episode. I don't know. I feel like that's where we're going. Like, I feel like that's what I see happening next episode. But again, I'm usually wrong pre-episode. Like, again, like, by the time I'm watching the episode, I usually get the predictions right. Like, I'm usually very good at, like, picking up on the edit and, like, how they're setting up the boot. But, again, like, pre-episode, I'm usually, like, I definitely have some wrong guesses here. But that's the way I see it. I do feel like, to me, I would guess Kieran is the next boot. But again, I thought this was a fun episode, though. Again, Inesu is obviously someone that was #1 in all the Edgic contender lists and everything, and see her go home here is interesting. Again, I didn't necessarily agree with that, but it's still interesting to see it.
There.
But yeah, let's see. Yeah, they stole the name from BB Can 4. I did see that on Twitter. Like, to be honest, I barely remember. Like, I barely remember them using that name. So, but yeah, I did see that they did that.
They're being turned into
Did I cast my votes yet? No, because I'm not going to cast my votes. I don't really care enough, really. I don't really have a vested interest in this season, if I'm being honest, in terms of, like, who I want to get I mean, to be honest, it's not even that big of an advantage. Like, obviously, it's like they get more money, but, like, technically everyone has a chance anyway. So it's like, even then, I'm even less interested, but... yeah, I don't really care enough to really be voting. Do you think Anella would become a GOAT, or will Tyson or Kieran cut him? Probably neither. Because, like, again, like, I'm like, if I were to guess... Like, if not Kieran next week, I think it's Wardell. I think one of Kieran or Wardell are going home next week. That's what makes the most sense to me. Like, I could definitely see, like, Anella and Nicole flipping back to possibly take out Wardell, because that's what Anella would want. But also we saw that Nicole won Kieran. So, again, I think it'll probably be 1-2. I do think they'll flip back. And then, beyond that, it will be maybe a bit more interesting. I don't see Anella winning the game, but not because I don't think he'll win at the end. Where am I going? Over there? Like, I do think, like, Anella should win, right? If he gets to the end. Like, he's an underdog. He has most of his friends on the jury right now. Like, unless he's, like, a massive GOAT, then, like, I feel like he should win a jury vote. Especially because, like, he's never been... Like, he's not like Nicole, who has very openly made, like, strategic blunders that have harmed her alliance. Like, Anella's never really done that. I don't think. At least nothing comes to mind right away. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like Anella should win if he gets to the end. Where am I going? I just don't think he's going to get to the end. Oh, this? No, that's not it. But... yeah, I mean, I would guess he's going to be cut before the end. I would guess, like... Actually, I don't even know how the game really plays out at this point. Again, like, if Wardell or Kieran go home next... It's like, are we being set up for, like, Tyson and Kieran? I don't know. Because, like, I don't see Kieran getting to the end, but it's like, I do feel like there's arguments for it from an Edgic standpoint. I don't know, I do feel like Tyson is the person I am assuming is going to be the winner at this point. For me, I have Tyson 1, Chappies 2, and then... I mean, really, those are the main ones. Like, those are the two that I think have the best chance at winning. What is going on right now? Yeah, I feel like those two have the biggest chance of winning, and then, like, I really went down Santoni after this episode. I don't think Santoni's winning at all at this point. Like, I had her, like, a number, like, 4 or so. Oh, was it here? Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I thought this is where I came from. Whatever. Yeah, like, I thought Santoni was, like, a pretty high contender for a while, but I feel like after this episode, I'm kind of just out on Santoni. I really just don't see her winning.
I'm shutting down the power to the processing plant to lock them down.
Yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on South Africa. I'm of the opinion that Tiffany won't win this season. I don't think Tiffany will win this season either. I do think she's debatably the best player, and she is playing the best game, but I don't think she'll win either. I think she's going to be booted towards the end. I think she's getting a lot, like, she's getting like, really, really messy recently. And I do feel like this week will be interesting. Again, like, I haven't talked about the HOH results and everything, but again, spoiler if you don't want to get spoiled on Big Brother. But Kylan did win the HOH. It was a knockout comp, and, like, supposedly it was, like, Kylan and Tiffany at the end, where Tiffany wanted Kylan to throw it to her, but then he didn't, or something to that nature, and she's, like, really upset at him for that. And also there's talk right now about, like, Kylan is considering putting up Tiffany as a pawn, with his target being Claire, which I don't think that is good for Tiffany either. I mean, obviously being used as a pawn is bad, like, it puts her on the block, but also just, like, the fact that Claire is his target is pretty bad for her, where, again, losing Claire is, definitely lowers the amount of power that she has in the game.
Gotta be more where they
So, I don't know. Like, I don't feel great about, like, I mean, like, I don't know what to do with my mid-season power ranking. I guess I haven't talked about this. So, tomorrow, I will be recording my mid-season power ranking. That will come out on Saturday. The problem is that I don't know what to do. Like, I have a tentative list, but, like, I'm definitely going to change it before I make the video tomorrow. But, like, I don't know what the fuck I should do. Like, I don't know what the ranking is. Because I feel like there's so many people that are, like, so close to each other right now that, I don't fully know where to go with it. And, again, definitely gotta think about that. Yeah, like, because I want to put Tiffany at 1. Because, again, I do think she's played the best game. I do still think she is technically the best positioned. But it's like, there's just so many, like, knocks against her that, like, should Xavier be number 1? Should Kylan be number 1? I really don't know. Like, those are the top 3 for me, but I just don't know the order. And same thing with the bottom of the list. Like, I don't know what to do with the bottom of the list, where it's like, I think Derek, I think Big D and Azza have the smallest chances of winning the game, but I think they're safer in the game than people like Alyssa and Brittany, who probably have a better chance of winning the game, but, like, they're not gonna get there. So it's like, I don't know what to do with them either. And Sarah Beth, I don't know what the fuck to do with her now that she's safe this week because Kylan's HOH. It's like, I don't know what to do with a lot of these people. Like, I really don't. Like, to be honest, Kylan winning HOH is probably, like, the worst case scenario for my list, in the sense that it's like, it really it changes up the like, it changes up what I assumed was going to be happening this week. And, like, Claire, I don't know what to do with Claire now that she's being targeted. I wasn't expecting Claire to be targeted this week. So I really don't know. I don't know what to do with anyone, really. Like, it's really up for grabs. So I don't know how to figure this out, but obviously we'll do that. No, hey, Pap Cruz again. I'm really behind in chat. It seems like Tyson, Kieran, and Wardock could be final 3. I don't think it'll be that simple. There's a chance, obviously. Like, it does seem like from the outset that that seems like the most likely outcome, but I feel like from an edit standpoint, that grouping of 3 has just gotten so much negativity that I don't see that being the actual final 3. But then again, it is Survivor South Africa, which has played around with editing norms, so it's like, could be wrong, but I would guess that they're not going to be the final 3. I forgot, is it confirmed that we're getting a final 3 this season? I think it is, right? Yeah, I believe it is, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're, like, I don't know where we're heading towards. Just the fact that we're having a final 3 makes me a bit more confident that Tyson probably is going to win. Where it's like, there's going to be less opportunities to get rid of him. And I kind of always assumed that he was going to go on some endgame run, but to be honest, he might not even do that. I mean, maybe he will just be left a bit open at the end and get taken out. But again, he's in a good spot right now. Again, he has Kieran and Wardall. That's 3 out of the final 7. Again, that's why are they going to let him get through this next round, especially when, like, both Chappies and Santoni supposedly have some sort of advantages? It's like, it just seems so unlikely to me that all 3 of them make it out of this next round. But I guess we'll see. Yeah, I did love that from Nico. I mean, like, I loved it, but I also didn't. It's like, but yeah, I found it funny that, Nico called out everyone on sitting out. It was actually really, like, to me, it's, like, really funny that they almost fucked themselves over in terms of even getting to eat. Because, like, if only Chappie says yes, then do they even get to eat at all? Because the entire point is that they get to eat while the challenge is running. But if no one says yes to compete except for Chappies, then Chappies just automatically gets immunity. And, like, do the others just not get to eat? Like, that'd just be hilarious if that actually happens.
As long as the Reaper troops remain in close proximity.
I mean, to be fair, I would have done the same thing. Like, there's no fucking way I'm beating Chappies in this competition. Like, why am I even bothering? But yeah, they really did prop up Nicole for that this episode, though.
Now we know where the Reapers attack Sanctuary.
I think Inessu should try to get Anella Sent to Immunity Island instead and targeted
It's good news for
Kieran.
us. We finally have our link to Cerberus. Lowering the access ladder. Come on, let's move.
Probably in an ideal world, yeah. Because if she sends Anella to Immunity Island, he can't vote.
Damn it. Skyline has the jump on her.
And that way Nicole becomes the swing vote, right? And Nicole's for sure siding with them. Yeah, I do think that, now that I think about it, that probably was a misstep for them to... Well, I mean, it is, but it isn't. Because, like, at the end of the day, it's like, they know for sure there's an idol there. And to be sending... like, essentially handing someone an idol that isn't one of your guaranteed alliance members is a bit risky. But in terms of, like, this individual round, yeah, that probably was a misstep. But I do think for the long term, like, it is obviously much more beneficial for Santoni to have the idol for Nesu than Anella. So, like, I can get the rationale for doing it. And to be fair, like, I don't think they were worried about Anella. Like, I definitely do not get the sense that they thought Anella would vote against them to begin with. Which is obviously a misread on their end, but... So, I mean, to be fair, it's like... it makes no sense, like, really. Based on the information that we've seen and stuff, like, that Anella would have sided with Tyson and Kieran and, the other one. And, Wardock. Like, again, like, why? Like, it's so weird because it's like we've obviously had a lot of the setup of, like, oh, this 3 is running the game. We have had, like, pretty much, like, have we even had content of, like, Anella bonding with Tyson in the past? Yet they talk about how close they are. Like, didn't they vote for Tyson? They did, right? They just voted for Tyson. So, like, it's so weird that this is, like, kind of coming out of nowhere. That, like, oh, Anella and Tyson are really close. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't really fault Nesu for not realizing Anella wasn't on their side, though. Yeah, ideally, yeah, that probably would be the move too. For them to survive this one round would be to okay, send like the flakiest person to I am the idol. Fuck me, to Immunity Island. Like, because it's so weird because, like, whenever I think of Immunity Island, I think of it as II. And, like, whenever I think of II, I think of IOI, which is I Am the Idols. So, like, I'm thinking of it as I Am the Idols, even though obviously it's not. Yeah, Wardaw's never voting for Nella to win. But yeah, I feel like what, Rainier... I feel like Rainier, Amy, Sean, and Marisha, and Nicole are probably all voting for Nella to win if he gets to the end. Especially if he ends up not having to backstab Nicole on the way out. Like, if it's a final 3 of Anella, Tyson... Actually, I don't know if Tyson, but Anella... Let's say Anella, Wardaw... I don't know, Anella, I don't know. I guess we can go Anella, Chappies, Santoni. I guess in that situation. Like, I'm trying to pick out a scenario where, like, the other 2 people aren't that impressive game players. Like, I do feel like if that's a final 3 where, like, they're all, like, not the greatest game players, then, like, I feel like Anella wins that jury vote. I do think if it's Tyson, I feel like there could be a level of respect there that, like, Rainier and Amy and, like, these more strategically minded people would want to vote for the more strategically minded person, which is Tyson. We're level 50? But, again, if Anella is against, like, against Santoni, Chappies, Wardaw, Nicole, but again, if Nicole, it's not a guarantee, but either way. Like, I think if he's against, like,
No. Oriana tried to shoot me.
these, like, relatively weak opponents, I do feel like Anella probably wins the jury vote.
Where's Kai Lang?
I don't know. Gone. He took my research and left us here to die.
Miranda, can you hear me?
Hey, Carsonian. Yeah, Tiffany,
That's close
I
enough.
don't know what Tiffany's doing at this point. Like, it's so weird that, like, Tiffany, okay, actually, I'm seeing some updates from, I just want to see what's going on here. Tiffany and Kylan, because I know they're talking.
We have a way out.
Let her go.
Shepard.
Okay. So they're talking. I mean, like, again, like, I'm pretty sure Kylan is going to end up targeting Claire this week. It's more so how he targets Claire, and if he's going to use Tiffany as a pawn, or is he going to use Brittany, or who? But
All I've got left.
if he uses Brittany, I do think there's a chance the vote gets flipped on Brittany. I do think it is pretty important for Kylan if he does want to get rid of a... Did we kill Miranda? Oh, we did?
I'm sorry.
Oh. Oh, shit. That's a very anticlimactic end for Miranda in this playthrough, but whatever.
I want you to have a normal life. Marriage. Children.
Yeah, like, I think Tiffany does have the influence to keep Claire. If Claire is on the block against
For saving
someone like a Brittany or a Alyssa.
you deserve a
Then again, she might have to burn a lot of social capital in order to do so, which I don't know if she's willing to do. But again, I don't think Claire's... even though Claire is probably going to be the target this week, she's definitely not out of it yet. I mean, she could obviously win veto, but even beyond that, it's like, even if she's on the block, it's like, I think there's a chance. But, and not looking great for Claire, though, in the grand scheme of things. Even if she survives this week, it's like... I do feel like... I mean, with Kylan winning HOH here, like, even though there is still a lot of turmoil within the cookout, I do feel like the cookout seems to be working together still.
No. You haven't.
Despite how much inner fighting there is between them.
Good. I just wish I could have.
Yeah, again, like, I don't know where to assess Kylan's game right now.
Miranda?
It's really weird.
Miranda?
Yeah, I did see that, yeah, Kylan let Tiffany answer the question so that she would get it wrong.
Make sure everybody knows about this place.
But it's like, I mean, he let her, like, Tiffany answered first, at least, and she got it wrong. I think Kylan has said on the feeds that he legitimately didn't know the answer. But Tiffany is upset at Kylan. Because she's always upset at Kylan. It's so funny, too, how, like, this entire feud between Tiffany and Kylan, which, is mostly one side. Like, yes, Kylan, like, is very sketchy, very sketched out by Tiffany, and is willing to, like, target her later on, and is undermining her to certain people. It's like, I don't think there's any, like, personal things there. Well, I feel like for Tiffany there is, like, a bit of personal resentment there. And I think a lot of that stems from Claire, which is kind of funny, because, like, that's kind of where it all started from, is, like, Claire, try to, like, again, earlier in the game, like week 2, I think it was, like, Kylan and Tiffany were very close. Like, they had a final 2 deal. They both planned on sticking with it. But then, like, Claire, like, added some doubt to Tiffany, like, saying, like, how well insulated Kylan was in the game, and then also through, like, the Sarah Beth thing coming out. Like, it really just flipped Tiffany on Kylan, and I think since then there's been, like, a lot of, like, just personal resentment against him as well.
Understood.
Pack it out.
Yeah, the moment where Tiffany revealed the royal flush is really fun. Alright, we're at the point of no return. We're about to finish the game. Oh, there it is. There's the Breeder Queen betrayal. I knew that happened at some point. So yeah, we're below the minimum, which is not great. But who cares? Whatever. Yeah, I do think we're gonna just rush to the end here, because I kind of just want to be done with this playthrough. What do you think of the pre-jury of BB23? I mean, it's been pretty strong. It's not, like, extremely dynamic in the way that we've had, like, a BB20. Like, BB20 to me is still probably the best pre-jury in the history of the show. Like, it's not to that level, but I mean, if we're looking at recent pre-jury phases, it's like, it's better than BB's 21-22, better than 19. It's probably on the same level as like an 18. Probably 18's like slightly better, but either way, I mean, like we had the Frenchie stuff that was really fun. Again, Brent. I thought this last week has been fantastic. Like everything with Christian and him campaigning pretty much up until the end. And then you've had a lot of like really strong players. Again, this is probably one of the strongest casts, gameplay wise, possibly in the history of the show. Like from US and Canada. Like I think this is up there with the most game savvy cast the show's ever seen, even including All-Star seasons. Like it really is a really, really strong cast. But I feel like that's also played into kind of elements of the season getting not necessarily boring, but it's a lot of, again, it's a lot of setup. It's a lot of planning for the future, particularly in weeks like 2, 3, 4, and when like those plans like end up just being executed the next week, particularly like Brent and Whitney's boots, it's like it kind of led to that stuff being kind of boring. But it's like it's still been a fantastic pre-jury phase.
Shepard, the intel you sent looks good. The fleets are ready to go.
Especially like now, and I think like again, this last week has not been that. It has been a lot of campaigning, even within like a lot. It's been a lot more focused on the week at hand, not planning for future weeks. And I feel like this week is setting up to be a very similar sort of week, where there's going to be a lot more dynamic of gameplay that affects this actual week. So I do feel like the season's picking up a bit too.
For all intents and purposes, an assault on Cerberus will be the first stage of our
Kylan's
attack.
more of the number one to you. Yeah, Derek FHOH would be funny. I don't know what he would do. Like I think he would. I know he's talked about putting up Tiffany as a pawn, but outside of that, I don't fully know what he would have done. Like I guess he would have targeted. Would he have targeted Sarah Beth? He definitely would have targeted a woman because he's very. I don't want to say anti-woman, but he's like he's one of these people that is like very obsessed with equaling out the genders. Which I'll be on it. Like a lot of people have like really mocked like people like Derek F and like these people like Brent, who's like was also on this tirade of like, oh, we got to get the women out and everything. But like again, me personally, if I was on a show like Survivor Big Brother, I would be doing a similar strategy of like again, like this is something that Tony did in Kageyan, and he talks about that's a lot of like you always want to be in the majority no matter what the tribe layout is. Like you want to be in the majority of any natural group that can come together. If there's going to be an all-male alliance, you want to be like if there's going to be all-gender alliance, I should say, of one gender, you want to be in the majority of that. If there, you want to be like in Kageyan, whatever, it was like him wanting to keep the beauties away from being the majority, and that's why he like targeted Morgan and all that stuff. It's like this concept of being like in the majority in any sort of situation is something that I would actually try to execute if I was on one of these shows. So like I don't fault the initial concept of like, oh, we need to get rid of some of these women. I think you gotta like vocalize it better. Like I think just the way that, what the fuck is this? Like why don't I remember, like why is she just like, okay, fine, whatever. I find it hilarious how she's like
We've arrived. The crew is waiting.
but yeah, yeah, definitely I don't necessarily disagree with their sentiment. It's more so the way they go about it. And also telling other people that this is what you're doing is terrible. Like, do not go around and tell people that, oh, I want to equal out the genders, because that just makes all the women in the house think that you're going after them and wants them to come after you instead. Like, again, it's so dumb that you do that. Again, like, this should be like an internal thing that you're like, that you're thinking about, but not a thing that you openly express to other people.
And this body's updated protocols. I offer the best chance to help you succeed.
I'm very far behind on chat though, so I'm still trying to
Grab your gear.
catch up here. Still talking about Lauren O'Connell, Bryce? Let's see. Between Claire and Netta, we need to... Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, actually, I didn't think of that. Yeah, if Claire goes home this week, then... Who do we take? Let's take Javik. Yeah. Yeah, if Claire goes home, I mean, yeah, it's another person that was safe till jury getting taken out the first opportunity. Yeah, hey, Bryce, again. Really far behind on chat here. Yeah, also, yeah, what do I think of Christian going home? I mean, yeah, I thought I mean, like, I have a lot of respect for Christian's fight. Like, he really did fight until the end. Like, even earlier today, he was still campaigning. I do think he kind of gave up in his final speech, but it's like, I mean, at that point, he knew he was going home. Yeah, like, again, I like the hustle he had
Joker, what's our
throughout
status?
throughout this like last few days. Too bad he didn't have it earlier in the season, because if he did, he probably wouldn't be in the position where he needed to save himself here. But whatever.
Do what you can. Shepard, I am ready.
Wait, what? Are you crazy? You can't go to Cerberus headquarters. They could have a virus or a kill switch or...
I will be fine, Jeff.
Yeah, I have no clue what you're even talking about, like Lauren O'Connell and her boyfriend and everything.
They're regrouping. Now's as
But
good a time
whatever.
as any.
But yeah, who's Kylan's noms? I don't know. Like, Claire's gonna be one of them. Don't know who the other one's gonna be right now. Again, he has talked about Tiffany. He has talked about Brittany. Though he also did say when he was alone that he wasn't gonna put up Brittany, which makes me think it's probably gonna be Tiffany. But then Tiffany could easily just talk him out of it.
Got it. And Shepard.
So who knows? Yeah, again, I still don't know what to do with power rankings. I feel like top 3 is going to be like Xavier, Tiffany, Kylan, but I don't know where to go with the order. Like, if you asked me like a few days ago, it would have been Tiffany clear #1, but like at this point, I do feel like there's a lot of hesitancy there. I feel like Kylan is like all over the place, where like he like kind of stopped playing the game essentially for like 2.5 weeks or so, and then like halfway through this week he started playing again. Like he like very quickly like bettered his position, like over the course of like one night, where he like completely threw Tiffany under the bus, got Azza and Derek F to be more loyal to him than Tiffany. He got Derek X to want to take him further into the game. It's like he did very good work that one night, but then kind of dropped the ball again, like in the last couple days, where like he once again was being talked about as being nominated against being nominated along with SB. Like, obviously him as him as the pawn, but still, it's like not a great spot to be in. And also, if he loses SB, like that's a pretty bad spot for him as well, considering SB is really loyal to him. Now, I do think if SB goes, you can create the argument of like, oh, like now they don't have that stigma on their back. Like, he doesn't have that, like, because essentially they're being looked at as a showmance at this point. Like, they are essentially a showmance in terms of how they're being perceived within the game. And in some ways, it probably would be better if she did go. But I feel like he's already lost enough trust with so many other people in the house that he probably does need Sarah Beth. Like, yeah, and then like even now at the HOH, like even though he's won HOH here, and like going after Claire is an okay move for him. I don't think it's the best move for him. I don't even know what his best move. Maybe it is the best move for him. I don't know, because it's like I don't think Claire is coming for Kylan immediately. But I mean, I guess like what else is he gonna do? And like I do think weakening Tiffany is probably a net positive for him. So I guess maybe it is the right move, but
Disabled.
even now, like he's had, like obviously Tiffany is growing more and more upset with him. Aza even like earlier, like what, like an hour ago or so, like immediately after HOH was talking with Tiffany, and she was like pissed off at Kylan for not throwing the HOH, and it's like, yeah, I just don't, I don't know where he's going really. I feel like there's a lot of like question marks for me with Kylan's game. I don't feel super confident putting him at number 1, even though I do think there's an argument for it. And then you have Xavier, who I think is like extremely passive in the game, and like when he's not passive, he does have some also pretty flawed execution of things, but is also like relatively safe. And like if the current power structure stays together, then he is in a very, very good spot to get towards the end game, and from there I have confidence in him to win out. I mean, and we saw him do very well at the wall, and then I guess he accidentally won that mental comp, but still, it's like I feel like he's definitely been throwing comps, and I do feel confident that he can win comps in the end game. So like, I think Xavier is the safest pick, but it's like I don't really have much faith in his overall, in his like natural game ability. I don't know how to really describe it, because it's not really it's more so like based around like I don't think he's active enough in the game to mold the game in the way that he needs to. It's more so he needs to pray that no one else changes the game, like no one else like upsets this power structure. Because like if it stays together as it is, like he's in a very good spot. But like if anything changes, then I don't have faith in him to change it back, to actively change it back, to get it back on his side. So again, like I feel like those are the top 3, but it's just like they all have issues.
The central lab was located behind.
Like I feel like beyond that, it's like I feel like the middle of the like not even the middle, like 4 and 5 I feel like are very secure for me. And then after that, I think like 6 through 11 are all like all over the place too. It's like you have, again, like Claire would have been like part of that 4-5 tier if she wasn't being targeted this week, but she's being targeted this week. And I do feel like she's another one that like it's probably being a bit too passive in the game right now, and also doesn't have the social relationships on her own to save herself. And I think she's gonna have to rely on Tiffany. And she's really at the will of Tiffany if she wants to survive this week. If she doesn't win veto or won the advantages. And then you have, again, like SB, who I think would have been very low on the list. Possibly even at the bottom of the list had it not been for the fact that Kylan won HOH. And that gives her a week of time to repair her game at this point. Even though I don't think she's going to end up doing it. You have all the Jokers, who I think are like all different types of bad. And like Derek F in particular is someone that I think has 0% chance of winning the game, but he's also very safe in the short term, and possibly even in the long term. Like I do think there's like I think he's the most likely person to be sitting in the final 2 at this point. So it's like, that's another thing to factor in, is like, do I put him a little bit higher than certain other people because he is more than likely going to the end? But it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, he's not going to win. So it's like, doesn't matter if he gets towards the end. I mean, yeah, like, things can happen. Like there could be, like, a very bitter jury, but I don't really see that happening. Yeah, I don't see him winning, so it's like, does he deserve to be on the bottom then? On the bottom over people that are like possibly going home this week, like a Brittany or Alyssa, like who have a chance of going home under sim situations and also have very little chance of getting to the end of the game, and even then would need to be against like certain, like be against the right people to win the game. Like again, like I just feel like this is a very tough mid-season power ranking. Like it's not like last season of 22 where like 22 is super fucking easy. Like, that was a pretty simple list to put together. Like, this one is like, I don't think there's anyone that's like super solidified. And yeah, I think that's like it's largely because like this is a group of really good players, and they're all, they all have some level of game ability. Like even like people like Azza and like Brittany, who are not the greatest players in the grand scheme of things. Like I still think they have some sort of game ability. I think Derek F's really the one that I have the least confidence in to win the game. But again, even he's safe, so it's like it's really all over the place.
We will be through momentarily.
What'd Julie say about Jerry? Oh yeah, I found that funny too. Yeah, where like Sarah Beth was talking about how you want to keep me around because you want me to be on the jury. I don't care about this. Can we just close?
How's that door coming, Edie?
We are clear to proceed.
Okay, fine. Yeah, she did say that people should keep her around because they wanted her, because you would want her to be on jury because she would vote objectively, and Julie was upset that she was assuming that they were at the jury phase already. To which Julie later in the episode announces that they've all made it to jury. Which I'm pretty sure, that's what she was upset about, obviously. Like, it's that they were planning this reveal of, like, oh, you're made it to jury. But then, like, for Sarah Beth to kind of just, like, outright say that they're ready, like, they already know that they made it to jury, was just kind of a funny thing there.
I recommend disabling the shield pylon.
Wait, I'm so confused at who's who. Okay, fuck. Okay, so that's Edie. That's Javik? Okay, we're good. Oh. I didn't even see them there. But yeah, my Australian Survivor power ranking video came out today, which is performing better than expected, which hasn't happened in a while. Like I can't even think of the last time a video came out and like it did better than I was expecting. Not that this is doing that well in the grand scheme of things. Like it's at like I don't even remember how many. I know it's over 1,000, but it's like it's doing pretty much double of what my Survivor South Africa mid-season power ranking was doing. And it's also like I think 300 to 400 views ahead of what my cast assessment for Australian Survivor did, which is very rare for like mid-season power ranking videos. Typically don't perform that well in the grand scheme of things, and for it to be doing in the cast assessment of the season is actually really good. So again, pleasantly surprised at how this video is performing. Which again, been a while. even though at the end of the day, like I'm pretty content with how the last couple of Survivor videos perform. But still didn't really exceed expectations. More so, just kind of matched them, if not underwhelming. Like the Jeff Probst video was like underwhelming to begin with, and then later like continued to still get views, so like became okay. While the winner player ranking like is kind of the opposite, where like it had a very good start and like right now it's kind of slowing down pretty dramatically. But fuck, wait, did I go? Am I even going the right way? I think I am. Again, this video exceeded expectations, even though again at the end of the day it's still not performing like the greatest in the world. But for what it is, it's doing better. How close is Frenchie compared to the... I mean, Frenchie's, again, like, Frenchie's bad. He is really bad. I think he's probably the... Is he the worst out of the second boots? I don't know. Again, it's weird because it's like... again, Frenchie coming out of week 1 was not in the worst spot in the world, but then he actively sabotages his own spot. So it's like, I guess he probably is the worst of the second boots. I don't know. I would obviously have to really think about it if I were to actually definitively make that comment. But like, he's bad, but like, I still think Jacob's worse. He's like, Jacob like actively blew up his game like right at the beginning, where like he knew who the HOH, or not the HOH, the power couple that had the sole vote to evict, and like actively starts spreading rumors about them for like no reason. Like, he had absolutely no reason to actually do that. Like, if he just shut up and did nothing, he would. I mean, to be fair, Frenchie would same thing week 2. But again, like, Frenchie at least made week 2. So for me, I still feel like might have made week 2 because he won the HOH. But again, I still think that shows a level of comp ability. So like, I think overall, Frenchie's still the better player than Jacob. Where am I going right now? Is it back here? Willie Hance. Willie Hance is a different situation because, like, Willie Hance, like, even though he's like Frenchie, like, as I just said, like, at least showed some level of comp ability. He did win that HOH. Like, Willie Hance was handed HOH. Like, he didn't even win the actual HOH competition. It was a team competition, and Brittany gave him the win there. Like, Willie's never really demonstrated any true comp ability. And also had, like, I think Willie is worse than Frenchie. So I guess, yeah, I guess now I think about it, yeah, probably Willie is worse, but they're both around the same level. I think the main difference is that Willie, what is going on right now? The main difference is that Willie came out of week 1 already to target, while Frenchie didn't. So it's like Willie kind of, like, sabotaged his game earlier than Frenchie did. But again, they're both pretty bad. Where am I going? Like, it's so weird because, like, I literally just played this like a month ago. Like, the fact that I like completely forgot what I'm supposed to be doing is just kind of funny, or where I'm supposed to be going. But whatever. Adam Jasinski's facial expressions always crack you up. I feel like that's something I've never actually thought about. What is... Wait. Yeah, I know... What is going on right now? Like, where am I going? Is it here? But yeah, people love the Jeff Probst videos. And I really like doing them, too. I really like doing the Jeff Probst videos. The problem is that I've kind of run out of ideas for Jeff Probst videos. In terms of things that would actually be that interesting to do. Like, obviously I did the... so I did his Dreamcast, Nightmare Cast, which the Nightmare Cast, I believe, is still the best performing video I've released the entire year. But I did both those. I did his winner ranking, season ranking, his favorite player, and then I have a least favorite player video in the on the back burner right now. That'll be coming out at some point. I don't remember when, but I think it's like October. Where the fuck am I going? Is it a panel that I have to go to? This? Oh, am I supposed to be, like, watching these, maybe?
I want it back.
Or is it here? Wait, I feel like this is where we came from. Maybe it is. No. Willie was third boot, but it's like, I mean, there's obviously like a lot of circumstances to go around him being the third boot. because like really him winning HOH gave him 2 rounds of immunity, where through him winning HOH, I mean not 2 rounds, but like 2 eliminations worth of immunity. Because like through him winning the HOH and like really just not coming in last in that first competition, that made it so he was safe for the Jody elimination, and then he was HOH during the Connor elimination. So like he is still taken out at the first opportunity that they had. I mean, he's not even taking, like, obviously he gets ejected, but they were going to take him out anyway. Where am I going? Like, how have I not, like, figured out what I'm doing right now? What? Okay. I guess that's where I'm going. That's perfect. Thank you, game, for explaining that. Yeah, I mean, like, Adam's definitely an annoying figure on the show.
Abomination. This is the one you destroyed.
Like, I think he's very,
What's left of it?
I don't know, like, I mean, I guess he just feels like a drug addict, really. Like, again, not surprising that he turned out to be a drug addict. Like, he kind of acts like that on the show. Oh, this area. Oh, is it not here?
More Cerberus forces en route.
Good. Easier to kill them all now.
Yeah, isn't this where Jack is? Is it Jack? I forgot. Like, I remember there's like, yeah, I think if Jack ends up being captured, yeah, if you don't do the Grisham Academy mission, that's what it is. If Jack survives Mass Effect 2 and you don't do the Grisham Academy mission, Jack shows up here as an enemy. I plan on doing a runners-up versus final juror video for first Survivor. I will say that was a video idea I had jotted down, and I actually thought about doing it. The problem is that I realized that I pretty much talked about almost all those scenarios anyway, like through other videos. Like the runners-up versus final jurors, like I've pretty much already done that through doing like my or doing like most of those scenarios through my other what if videos that involve final jurors, which is why I haven't done that video. Big Brother, there's a chance, but even then it's like I would do other topics for, like I would do some of the other topics I've done for Survivor, but just do it for Big Brother first, and by the time I do those, I more than likely would have talked about all those topics anyway. So again, probably not something I'll do, just because it's like something I've technically already talked about. Okay, well, that's lovely. Yeah, Adam Jasinski used the prize money he won from Big Brother to start a drug ring. And obviously got arrested, spent time in jail, is now a motivational speaker to like recovering drug addicts and everything, so at least he's turned it around. I think seeing Adam play Big Brother again, I think it would be interesting at this point. It's never going to happen, obviously, but it would be interesting to see if he would still be able to play the same game, and if he would even like improve upon his game with him now being sober and everything. I think it would be interesting. What's a drug ring? It's essentially a company, like not company, like an organization. I don't know how you describe it. Essentially, you're running the distribution of drugs. Like he was someone that was like buying and selling drugs. Like he was essentially drug dealing and everything.
At least he's not trying to kill us this time.
But yeah, so tomorrow again, we'll mostly be focused around doing that mid-season power ranking for Big Brother. Which will probably take up most of my day. Oh, I'm out of ammo. I'm a fucking idiot. Hopefully it doesn't go on for too long. We'll see, I guess. Like, you know, like in general, like I technically I would like my videos to be shorter. It's just that it just seems like I can't fucking make them shorter anymore for some reason. Like every video I do ends up being like 30 minutes or more at this point. But and like because that like also just takes longer to make the videos and everything now too, because of how much longer it takes for me to edit them and everything. Like ideally the videos would be shorter, and they'll definitely reduce on the time it makes them, but it just doesn't seem to be working out. But also I don't really want to I also still want to make, again, like the thing that I do with videos nowadays, I do want to make these videos definitive to where I don't really, like where I feel like I've talked about everything I have to talk about that topic, and I don't really have to talk about it again. Like namely with like retrospectives and reviews and stuff, that's typically like what I'm going for with those. But through that also, again, it really lengthens the process of making these videos, which is part of the reason why I'm starting to fall behind at this point. There we go. How are we not done with this section at this point?
This is it. Stay sharp, everyone.
Yeah, the joke casting Game Changers video. I definitely want to do that. It's not on the schedule right now, but I definitely do want to do that. I feel like that's the April Fool's joke video to do. I feel like that's the that's definitely the one that I'll pick if I do an April Fool's joke video. Dr. Mike, first person to throw an idol on the fire. Yeah, he's been waiting to do that for... what did he say? I've been waiting to do this for like 20 years or something. I forgot the exact number of years, but like it's such a ridiculous fucking thing. It's like, so you've been waiting to throw an idol into a fire for that many years. When like, again, like he said it like as if like when the show started, but it's like... the show didn't have idols to start with, so it makes it even more ridiculous. Like, it's such a ridiculous comment that he says, like, when he does it, but I always found it funny.
We all saw what you accomplished on Sanctuary, but it's not the same as controlling the Reaper.
A significant hurdle, but thanks to the Prothean V.
Okay, well, that's weird. My chat just glitched out for some reason. Oh, my entire fucking, okay, Twitch app just, like, completely, glitched out, so I guess I should probably restart this. Alright, I'm back. Okay.
I've given you every chance to listen to reason. Cerberus,
Yeah, so we have the Kai Lang fight here, right?
Once again, you failed to recognize
I think we're gonna end up finishing this a bit quicker than I thought we would. So we're only an hour in.
Cerberus is an idea. That idea is not.
What about Total Drama Island? I talked to this in the past. I wouldn't be opposed to doing like a review of like of Total Drama Island or something like that in the future. Like I've only watched season 1, and I've watched it somewhat recently, like a couple years ago. So it's not like I'm a massive fan of it or anything, but I did want to do this like series of scripted media reviews that like relate back to reality TV. Like that is something obviously that would be associated with that series.
Enjoy your new chat, but don't overstay your welcome.
But again, not something that's like a big priority at this point. Okay, see a lot of Big Brother updates.
I need to know what the catalyst is.
Security protocols have been overridden. I will comply. The catalyst enhances dark energy transmissions.
Let's see. So what do we got? We got Tiffany and Xavier talking.
The Citadel.
What?
The catalyst is the Citadel.
Yeah, like Xavier's real like fully on board the cookout.
If you told me me sooner, we could have planned.
thing. I think like what in a way that's like potentially could have been against his best interest. Again, I think he's like very lucky in the fact that he is that Tiffany kind of picked him to be the person that like she wants to take towards the end.
Why not?
Because if it wasn't for that, his positioning would be so much worse right now, and like him going to Cookout would probably be a massive mistake. But it's like because he's in, like because like Tiffany has picked him to take to Final 3 over Kylan, and he also has like good relationships with, like Big D and Ozza and stuff. Like so because of that, like him getting to the end of the Cookout is a very strong position. But I don't think he's like active enough to where, and I don't think he has the motivation to really do anything outside of that.
The odds of accessing it are remote.
We were gonna face the Reaper's head on eventually. It doesn't really matter where it happens.
I think this happened after the Kai Lang fight.
I hope you find success.
Edie, get me Hackett. He needs...
Yeah, I guess it happens after. Okay.
Not so fast.
You.
He did warn you not to overstay your welcome.
Yeah, Gavin and Julia totally flipped the game on its head by voting out power play. I mean, I feel like there's bigger jokes to be had than flipping the vote on Eric Huffman.
This is better than Thessia.
Is that his last name? Whatever. Anyway, again, like, we talked about this on a previous stream of all the joke answers for Game Changers. Yeah, it would be a lot of fun. Shit. Yeah, definitely. Again, I would like to do that video. That would be I feel like it would be so much fun. I usually like doing like some of these videos I don't have to take as seriously. Like a video that I did recently, well not recently, like a few months ago, but like it's not out yet, and it probably will be coming out soon. Probably next week, actually, I think is my, again, most people don't care about it, but my Sasuke 39 course speculation video that I ended up doing. And it's like, I had so much fun making that video because it was mostly just me just ranting about Sasuke, like current Sasuke production. I just had like a lot of fun making that video, and like, I feel like just in general, it's like videos I don't take seriously, I feel like tend to be the ones that are the more fun ones to actually make. Like the Nightmare Cast video for Jeff Probst, that was fun. Okay. Fuck. I should not be using a sniper. This is a terrible fucking gun to be using right now. How have I not gotten any more ammo for that, by the way? I never upgrade my guns. I'm a fucking idiot. I didn't even realize that until now. I should have upgraded my guns like so long ago at this point. I don't even think I ever went to the cargo bay. But whatever. This is obviously going to be lovely. Come on. Is this not doing anything? I don't think this is doing anything, is it? Is he just charging up? I think he is. So we have to kill everyone else first. I think that's what it is, right? Fuck. Well, that didn't work. Do I think Savannah from the Circle is hot? I'll be honest, I don't even remember. Like, I don't remember anymore. Probably. I feel like she was pretty attractive, but like, barely remember the Circle Season 2 at this point. I did see today that, like, on Reddit, I did see that Mitchell and Chloe are still together somehow. Which is really fucking weird. And they, like, finally met back up in America. Fuck. There we go. Fuck you, Kylan. Wait, who's still... Okay, this person. There we go. Clay's the first person to take himself to the end for no chance. I mean, like, Clay technically is like the first goat, right? Like, he's the first person to actively be taken to the end as a goat. Again, obviously not a game changer, but yeah, I do see Idled Out is again definitely more humorous of a channel, right? Again, I've never watched any of their content, but again, like, but that's not really what I'm like kind of saying, because like, again, like, I'm not someone that is I'm not good with comedy, or at least intentional comedy. Like, I'm not necessarily trying to make this, like, again, this is gonna sound narcissistic, but I'm not trying to make this fun for other people. I'm trying to make it fun for myself. like I feel like that's what I'm talking about here, where it's like videos that are fun for me to make more so than they're fun as actual products, like as actual videos.
I'll stop them.
Which I do, like, again, like, my entire, like, the entire way I run the channel is, like, it's actually narcissistic. Like, it is very much a way where, like, I don't really, like, I make what I want to make. I don't really care that much on what the audience as a whole wants me to make. Again, if I did, I wouldn't have released 3 Yakuza videos 3 weeks in a row. I wouldn't have made my 13 Sentinel spoiler review. So, again, I make what I want to make. It's just that, yeah, if people want to watch it, that's cool. Howie from BB6 and 7 after that age well? Definitely not. I mean, definitely a lot of really pervy things coming from him on the show, and like misogynistic things too. And then it's funny too, because like I loved Howie when I was a kid. I thought Howie was a fantastic character, but yeah, definitely has not aged well.
It looks like our
yeah, Game Changers. Yeah, have Jared. That's his name, right? Jared Field, whatever. Yeah, he yeah, first family member to.
Well, at least we'll be seeing you sooner rather than later.
Yeah, like to. Okay, yeah, because what, he got cast for David vs. Goliath, but then got taken out and was replaced with Davey, right? So, yeah, that could be. That would be fun. Like, did not even have a fucking an actual former player on. You have Melissa McNulty, the first person to be to quit the show before the show even started.
So much for Cerberus. All that's left now is Earth.
Alright, let's finish the game. No matter what, we're forced to finish the game at this point. Like, it doesn't even allow you to go anywhere but Earth, but let's do it. But yeah, I think we're gonna upgrade weapons just to make this smoother. Yeah, Sasuke is the show that American Ninja Warrior is based on.
Being so stealthy and all, you sure do get shot at a lot.
Well, the UT-47A stealth systems only internalize heat,
Which is a radically different show, especially from what A&W is now. And like A&W is like kind of turned to it's like become a lot more how much money do I have? Oh, we're good. A&W's become a lot more about the SOP. I mean, like, it used to, like, there was definitely a point where, like, it became so much more about the SOP stories. Like, it's now kind of, like, become less so, but now it's, like, becoming more about, like, not necessarily sob stories, but more so, like, inspirational stories. But either way, it's, like, it definitely is a show that focuses around, a lot of these things that you would see on, like America's Got Talent and, like, American Idol and, like, all these sort of shows. And, like, that's not really my ideal. But, and also just the format is radically different than Sasuke at this point. What's the other guns I use? I don't even remember anymore. There's a workbench, right? So we check. Maybe. Maybe not. I guess not. Oh, I never changed armor. I completely forgot about that. I mean, that's how, like, little I've been caring about my playthrough of Mass Effect 3 here. Fine, whatever. Pattern color. Let's pick a ridiculous one. Let's pick yellow. Tints. Let's go. I don't know. Pink. Doesn't even look terrible. Or like doesn't look that much worse, I guess, than what it normally would. Oh, this. Again, it doesn't look. I want this to look like a joke, and it doesn't really look as big of a joke as I want it to. Whatever. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Good enough. I just realized, I think I might have fucked that up. Oh, no, it's good. Okay. What's here again? Oh, this is just the shops. Like, it's so funny, like, how, like, if you rush through Mass Effect 3, it actually is kind of boring. Like, you definitely miss out on a lot of the things that I really enjoyed from my replay that I did before this one. But whatever. Let's see, what else do we have? Travis just went live with Whitney. Obviously, like, the two people everyone wants to be hearing from. Oh, here's the bench. I'm an idiot. Okay, so Predator and Tempest are the two that we need to change. Yeah, like, Travis is, like, someone that I literally have, like, no interest in ever seeing ever again. Like, not interested at all ever seeing, Travis. Wait, what was the... I'm a fucking idiot. I already forgot what the other gun was. Predator. Is Predator even on there? It's not even on? Oh, no, it is. It's there. It's literally the fucking first one. Whatever. Is Howie gay for Dr. Will? I mean, like, I'm pretty sure he had like a man crush on him, right? I don't know if he's like... I'm pretty sure he's straight, but again, doesn't really matter, really. I'm pretty sure he's still single, though, right? I don't think he ever got, like, married or... Like, I don't think he has, like, kids or anything, right? Yeah, Davey is a game changer for replacing Suri's son. What a game-changing thing. It's definitely not for executing the minority vote split. Who cares about that? It's for replacing Suri's son. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, we have to go to Earth, right? So it doesn't really matter to get more fuel. Alright, let's finish the game. Let's finish Mass Effect 3, just to play Mass Effect again immediately afterwards. It's not Alyssa McNulty, it's Melissa McNulty. Am I going to watch the Kissing Booth 3? Probably not. Wasn't Fiji supposed to be Race Wars? No. But it was cast... in a similar way to Cook Islands. Like, it was using a lot of leftovers from Cook Islands' casting pool, and again, there's like that speculation that, oh, if Melissa didn't quit, it was going to be
Admiral?
Race Wars. And like, to be fair, like I feel like there are arguments for it, but like from what I understand, people in production have said that it wasn't going to either way. So, I don't know. I don't think it was going to. Like, I don't know why. Like, especially because, like, it was not well received in Cook Islands. Like, people were, like, pretty upset about it at the time of Cook Islands. So I don't know why they would have been like, oh, we gotta do this again. So, I would assume no, but, obviously that is a rumor that is out there.
We must give them no quarter.
Yeah, I thought about doing that. I wanted to do that, actually, is like doing one of those, like, explaining Survivor Iceberg sort of things. But also, it's like, I don't know if I really care enough at this point. I feel like
Each of us will be defined.
I feel like that trend is kind of past at this point.
Stand fast. Stand strong.
But I do think that'll be fun to do, though. It's like get a Survivor iceberg and then like explain everything that's on there.
Shepard, the sword fleets are ready to strike at the Reapers surrounding Earth.
Yeah, there aren't that many, but I know there are some though on Reddit.
Forces can take London.
London? Why aren't we hitting the Citadel directly?
Yeah, I don't even know if they wanted the cast to look that diverse for Fiji. I don't know. I don't know why they ended up doing what they did. Because it's like, again, like I do know, obviously, it's like they had a whole bunch of people they recruited for Cook Islands, and they end up just using a lot of those people for Fiji. That's why Fiji ends up being a cast of all but one recruit. And the only non-recruit is fucking Papa Smurf of all fucking people. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were trying to make it diverse, but then they just like go back on that immediately afterwards. So, I don't know. Yeah, that'd be a fun stream. Yeah, maybe we could do that at some point. Like I know I saw one like a couple months ago on Reddit, and that's kind of what made me think like, oh shit, I should have done that as a video. But again, at this point, it's like,
But timing will be critical. We don't have enough firepower to keep the crew.
I know like there's a whole bunch of like iceberg videos that do get like ridiculous views though. Derek F said aneurysm when he meant algorithm. That sounds about right.
And I thought uniting every species in the
I
galaxy.
mean, to be fair, like I shouldn't be the first making fun of Derek F because like I'm a person that I would very much be
But this is the only
I like end up saying like the wrong word at points or like can't pronounce certain words and that sort of thing. So it's like I shouldn't be making fun of Derek F, but it is still funny that he can't say I vote to evict after what 5 evictions now.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to all of us.
Oh, I do see that Tiffany has talked to the camera. Okay, so I guess she's yeah, still talking about how her alliance with Kylan is pretty strained. Yeah. So nothing too new. But she just say that she thinks that she's gonna lose Claire this week. What are we doing here? Like, who should I pick? Does it really matter that much? Do I want Javik? No, let's go this. Yeah, Big D's been saying I sadly to vote. But again, it's just it's funny, like what happens if he doesn't say sadly? Like would he get it right if he didn't say sadly? Because I feel like it's the sadly that's like fucking him up. All right. The veto comp this week was ridiculous. Like, I found the final round funny. Like the one where like Brittany like just looks ridiculous when she's like shaking her head and everything. The rest of it is just like kind of dumb though. Like I don't know. It's like it's entertaining in the way that like this is like one of the dumbest things I've seen on the show. But I do fair, it's not as dumb as the coaches comp from BB14. But at least again, that one at least had like added humor from like they're doing these like sexual things. Like here, it's just like they're doing these like weird fucking exercises. Wow.
Alliance fleet reporting.
Not a fan of the new HOH. I'm fine with it personally. I think there's a lot of potential for entertainment here. Yeah, I again, the more and more times going on, I feel like the more and more attracted I am to Serapath.
Reporting in, Commander. Ready to
But
engage.
I don't feel like the Vito Kovic is what I would point out as like a notable moment for that, but still. Kai rubs you the wrong way. I mean, there's definitely things I like. I do think Kai's relationship with Sarah Beth does get a bit creepy at points, but outside of that, like, I'm still interested in Kylan as a player. I do think there's a lot of interesting, like, there's interesting elements to him because, like, I do think he is a very flawed player, but he's also one that, like, when he's on, he's able to execute pretty well. And, like, I'm just really interested in seeing how his game ends up playing out, where, and, like, when he's too passive for a lot of the game, but then, like, when he's not passive, he does effective work. In, again, like, he turned people against Tiffany earlier this week, got himself in a better position after, like, having, like, really kind of stopped playing the game for a while. And I do feel like now that he's HOH, I feel like he has a lot of potential to solidify himself in the game, but I do wonder if his, like, flaws are really going to catch up to him at a point, because they should. But they just really haven't so far, and a lot of that is because of the cookout. Cookout plus also, like, his one-on-one bonds with, like, people like Derek X and Sarah Beth and stuff like that. But, so I'm very interested in seeing how even just this week plays out, because I think that'll be interesting.
They're getting torn apart.
I mean, I don't love what Tiffany is, like, the way Tiffany treats Sarah Beth, but, and, like, I do feel like Tiffany is, like, kind of at the point now where she is, like, getting a bit personal with things. I think she's kind of buying into her own because, like, the thing is, like, initially she was, like, doing these things and even was talking to the camera and, like, was, like, saying, okay, I realize this is a game, I'm doing this for game, but then I feel like she kind of got caught up in that, and, like, it's kind of to the point now where it's, like, going beyond that and she is getting a bit personal. But again, like, I do think she is still a pretty effective Big Brother player. I do think this last week was not good for her. This is definitely her worst week in the season. And even now, this week has potential to unravel her game a bit. Commander. But this is their final scene together, right?
Be careful down there.
We'll be fine.
Spoiler, she won't be fine. She'll be dead.
Aye, aye.
Yeah, I'm personally not that attracted to Alyssa.
Advanced teams are away. Hammer's in position and waiting for you guys to clear a path. Normandy's
Like, I would say, like, for me, and, like, Sarah Beth, Whitney, and, like, Hannah
hold you to that. Normandy out. We're closing in
would be the three that I personally find the most attractive.
How's it look?
Like hell? Take a look for yourself.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, Kylan's ex, like, wears, like, similar sunglasses to Sarah Beth, which is funny. Again, I definitely, like, he has a type, I guess.
I'm sorry, Shepard. I know how you must feel.
Barely even recognize it.
Yeah, I do know, like, yeah, Kylan's, like, really particular in the kitchen, right? I think that was the thing of, like, he's, like, very
Hold on.
He's, like, kind of a snob when it comes to like, cleaning dishes and, like, all that sort of thing.
Damn it.
Status.
I just love how, like, we barely talked to Cortez. Actually, have we ever talked to Cortez?
Nobody in the vicinity.
I don't think we ever talked to Cortez in this playthrough.
Drop us off.
Oh, yeah, we probably did on the shuttle. Yeah, probably on the way to missions, but still. It's like, it's kind of funny that, yeah, we've barely talked to Cortez this entire time.
We're gonna take out that Hades cannon.
How do we do that?
That down shuttle would have been carrying heavy weapons.
Perfect.
Yeah, so we're about, what, an hour or so away from finishing the game?
We'll search
So we'll definitely finish this here. Have I played The Walking Dead? Telltale's Walking Dead? Yes. It's Season 1's one of my favorite games of all time. Season 1 of Walking Dead Telltale is one of these games that I would play like over and over and over and over and over again. Like, I don't know the total number of times I've played it, but if I were to guess, it's around 20 or so. Yeah, like I've done videos on the channel about like I've done a Telltale game ranking. It actually has a decent amount of views too. It's one of my more viewed. Okay, what the fuck's going on? It's one of my more viewed video game videos. But yeah, I have that. I've done a Walking Dead Telltale episode ranking. I've ranked every episode of the overall series. Mind you, those were like 2 years ago now, but I have done those in the past. I am going to do a Walking Dead Season 1 retrospective for next year. Because next year's the 5-year anniversary. Or the 10-year anniversary. So, definitely going to be doing that. We'll probably play it on here, too, on stream, when I get around to working on that, which won't be for a very long time. Because, again, that's going to be towards the end of next year. So, it'll be a while until we play it, but I'm definitely going to play it on stream. Again, like pretty much any game that I end up doing a video on the main channel, but I don't need new footage of. I'm pretty much almost always from this point forward going to stream that game, because it's like it's killing two birds with one stone. It's allowing me to replay the game while also giving me stuff to play on stream. So like games like that are games that I'll definitely end up playing here. Like right now we're playing Mass Effect. Like we're playing Mass Effect right now because like there's not anything I really need to be playing, and I did want to replay this and do opposite decisions of what I did last time. And again, we will be playing Mass Effect Again immediately after this because I just kind of want to get everything Mass Effect out of my system. And I want to do an kill everyone playthrough, so we'll do that. And try to get that done relatively quickly, because like we're just gonna rush through the game, all 3 games, and it should take a lot less time. But we'll rush through that, and then we'll play Mass Effect Andromeda, which I will be doing a retrospective of. And then after that, we're a bit free for a little bit of like things I need to be playing. I mean, I guess we're technically free now because again, I don't need to be playing Mass Effect, but. Yeah, I did talk about this last stream where, like, I think Shadow of Mordor is a game that I do want to play sometime soon. I think that'll be something. I do want to play Judgment at some point. But, to be fair, I mean, like, when it comes to, like, games I'm playing on the channel, though, most people that watch my streams don't actually care, though. Yeah, most people are here to talk about reality TV and stuff, so... I think at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what I stream, as long as I do end up streaming, so... Did Cortez die? Like, because I know he can die, but he can also survive, and I don't know if that was officially a death, or what. I think it wasn't, because, like, if I remember right, I think you... Well, but no, we don't have James with it, because I remember there's, like, a dialogue of, like, James being, like, super upset when he dies, but we don't have James with us. Anyway, what's your favorite video game? What's my favorite video game in general? I mean, it's tough. Again, like, one of the main projects I'm working on right now is the top games of the generation, versus last generation, and it's like the majority of the games that are high on that list are probably in contention. I don't have a solid number 1 though. I'm at the point now where it's like I just have like I have a relatively solid like top 10 or so, but I don't really have a an actual solid like number 1 pick. Have I watched the Walking Dead TV show? Yes, I have. Used to be a relatively big fan of it. like like it's tough to like. I loved like seasons. Did that miss? Oh, okay. I was gonna say what the fuck. Yeah, I used to watch, like I watched up until Rick's death. And then since then it's like I just don't give a shit anymore. But even then, like, to be fair, by then I kind of didn't give a shit anymore. Like, especially like at the time they killed off Carl. It's like, what the fuck are we doing with this show? Why does this show even exist at this point? Like, I very much disagree with a lot of the decisions that they've made with the show. But I did love the show earlier on. Like season, like 3, season 4 time. I do feel like for me, like once they got to Alexandria, I just like kind of like lost a lot of interest. But I continue to watch anyway. But like now at the point I'm at, and like a lot of that was because like I was still living at home at that point. Like I was, and my dad was a big like Walking Dead fan, and like he's still a big Walking Dead fan. So like I would watch it with him and stuff. But it's like at the point I'm now, it's like I don't give a shit. Like I know the final season's coming up. It's like I'm probably not gonna watch it. I did think about doing like a Walking Dead season ranking or something at one point. And like I wouldn't be opposed to doing that at some point in the future. But it's not a big priority right now. Fuck off. Have I ever watched Shameless? No, I have not. Like I know about the show. Like oh, we're supposed to leave. Like I know about the show, and I always plan on like watching it at some point, but it's like I just never got around to it. And again, like at the point I'm at now, I'm not really. I don't really have the time to watch a lot of TV shows outside of the reality TV shows that I cover on the channel. So.
Anderson.
That was like such a like understated
Trust.
I think you've earned it.
like reunion there.
Now that the heavy air defenses are dealt with, Hammer can land. And not a moment too soon. What's left of the resistance?
Season 2 is Abomination. Season 2 is yeah. I mean, season 2 is not the like. I think it's the weakest out of the early seasons.
Do whatever
I don't know if it's like the worst season ever or anything though, but yeah, it's not great.
We'll get it done, Anderson.
I think season 3. I don't know what is the best season.
Really?
It's like I think 3, 4, 5 was like kind of period I was like really into it, but it's like 4 I think is good. Like the first half of 4 is really good, and then like the second half is kind of like well, kind of meandering a bit.
I know you didn't like Legion, but nobody.
Then like 5, like I feel like the Terminus stuff with 5 was pretty good, but then like the road to Alexandria and everything, and that goes on for a bit too long. Again, like once we got to Alexandria, I just kind of just like didn't care that much anymore. I feel like season 3 is probably the most consistent of the bunch. But to be honest, I don't remember a lot of what happened in season 3 outside of stuff involving the governor and like Merle. Wait, what? Yeah, like yeah, Walking Dead was the thing I used to be into. I have read all the comics. Mind you, it's been a long time since I've read the comics, but I have read all of them. Which, by the way, I find it hilarious how they ended the comics, where it's like it essentially just feels like Robert Kirkland was like, fuck it, I give up. Let's just end it. Like it just feels like he essentially like just kind of gave up on it. Like he was just like kind of bored and said, let's just end it now. Like it's kind of like it just has a very abrupt ending, where like just kind of out of nowhere he just announced that we're ending it. Yeah, definitely it would benefit from. That's one of my biggest issues with The Walking Dead in general, is that it's very bloated.
Set up a command center in the building over there.
I think it would also benefit from just a shorter episode count.
Yes, sir.
Because what, there's like 24 episodes a season, right? Or 16. 16.
Come see me when you're
But either way, it's like, I feel like if it was like 10 episodes a season, shorter episodes, probably a bit more tight, like in terms of its presentation, I feel like it would be a lot better of a show. But
I'm sorry about Cortez.
it's kind of harmed by it being on AMC and it being like forced to be under certain requirements.
The fighting here's been some of the worst on the
Yeah, Major Coates, everyone's fucking favorite character.
And you're here. It'll do the troops good to see you. Bolster their resolve.
Yeah, this is gonna be so weird because, like, isn't everyone dead, or most people? Like, I even try to go for an everyone dies playthrough, but I'm pretty sure almost everyone is actually dead anyway by this point.
You're here, knowing you're fighting beside them.
Again, they didn't die the way that I want them to die, like they will in the next playthrough I do, but I don't think we have that many people to actually talk to at this point, because this is supposed to be like the final like resting point before the end of the game, where like you talk to all of your allies and have your like final conversations with them, but it's like they're all dead for the most part. Yeah, let's do it anyway. Can you go down? Thank you. Yeah, so who's here? I think James is somewhere around here, right? No, none of these. James is around here. Who's your favorite Survivor First Boot? Favorite? I mean, I'm trying to run through. I mean, Zane Knight comes to mind. He's a great character. I do really like Darrell. I was really disappointed to see him go first.
Yes, Commander. Is there someone you'd like to meet?
We just have Jack and Grunt.
Jack.
Whatever. Yeah.
Certainly. I'll connect you now.
Shepard? Shepard, is that you?
So dumb.
How are you guys? Good so far. We're away.
Yeah, let's see.
Rodriguez actually tore that little shoulder head off one of those.
I'm trying to run through them in my head right now.
It was great. I'll see you on the other side. I won't let you down, Shepard. Go kick.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's probably the answer, is either Zane or Darrell. Like, Zane as a character, Darrell as, like a person, probably. Unless we're talking about All-Star seasons, which I'm not really taking into account.
About time you got here, Shepard. Didn't want to win this thing all by myself.
Good to see you back in action, Grunt.
Wouldn't miss it.
I love Grunt, though. Like, I really do.
Yeah.
Thanks for getting me out of that tank.
Yeah, we won't be doing that next time.
It's been an honor.
Same here, Shepard. Okay, Grunt out.
That was definitely a very meaningful conversation.
Is there someone else I can connect you to?
Nope.
I'm done.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that very important talk with Jack and Grunt. What do we do without that? Alright, let's see if there's anyone else to talk to. Yeah, I mean, Grunt kind of does look like that's like he like I don't even know what they're supposed to be. That's what I was talking about. Like I was talking about this earlier in one of the other streams. Like, what are Krogans supposed to be? Like, I know they're supposed to be like reptiles, but yeah, I mean, like with Grunt, he does kind of look like a frog.
I want you to coordinate with the Alliance. Make
Alright, Garrus is here.
Shepard. So I guess this is
Just like old times.
Yeah, again, like I'll say though, like this replay of 3 kind of makes me realize, like, I feel like to really enjoy 3, you really do need to take your time with it. I think by rushing through 3, it really like ruins the appeal of it. Or like what makes 3 so great is a lot of these like callbacks to previous games, like kind of the payoff to stuff that happens in previous installments, and some of these like these interactions with characters that were throughout all the games and everything. It's like by just rushing through it, you just like miss out on all that. Yeah. Do you think Survivor 41? Oh yeah, by the way, I did see the Survivor 41 trailer or whatever it is, not trailer, commercial. That was like such a fucking dumb commercial because it was literally just like us hearing like certain confessionals of players like while they were like in the middle of like in the middle of the jungle, just like zooming in on like pretty much nothing. Okay, it was such a weird commercial, but yeah, I did see that. But yeah, do I think there'll be cast announcements? If I were to guess, I would say it will be, where are we at now? We're at the 13th. So 18th would be next Wednesday. I think 25th is the earliest we'll see it. I think. I don't think we might get, actually, maybe we'll get 18th. Because that'll be like, yeah, I guess there's a chance we get it on Wednesday. I wasn't really planning for it. And to be honest, probably ideally for the scheduling of my channel, I would prefer if we don't. Like, I would prefer if we get it at least a week after that, but now that I think about it, yeah, I guess there is a chance we get it on Wednesday. Do we have to do this? I guess we do. That's kind of dumb. But yeah, I think ideally for me it would be like 25th, which means video comes out on the well, like 28th, which I think based on the like that was gonna be a Survivor video anyway, so like it doesn't really change too much. So yeah, I think that would be the ideal for me, but again, we'll see. I think there's a chance, because like, now that I look back on it, I believe there have been times where it was like a little bit over a month away from when the season started, which is what the 18th would be. But yeah, I would, I prefer 25th. It more than likely will be a Wednesday. That's typically what they do, right? Is they release it on a Wednesday.
How are the casualties?
Sarah Production is playing a second chance season next few seasons. I would think so. Yeah, I've always predicted 44 would have been one.
This is it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like it makes more sense to do it too, especially now that we're getting like all these like full newbie casts, and it's like there's already like it's been since 35 that we've had like a real chance for some of these people to come, like that, like none of those people from 35 on have had that much of an opportunity to come back, so it's like I feel like we've got to have one soon. No. Yeah, fuck you.
I was hoping.
Nope. Fuck you, Liar. Nope.
Give him hell.
I guess that actually was words of encouragement.
Good luck, Shepard.
I don't know if they'll do another fan vote. I feel like, especially like during COVID time, I feel like they're not going to bother. I think if COVID's done, then maybe, like, I feel like adding COVID into it and like all the precautions they have to do with that, I feel like it just adds another layer of thing that's like, why are they going to bother? Oh, Javik. Didn't realize who that was. Fan vote was fun. I don't know how, I feel bad for the fan vote, though. It's like, I feel bad for people that don't get voted in. To have to see like their reactions in real time as they get told that they're not going to be on this season of the show they've been preparing to be on for months at that point. But I mean, like the second chance cast reveal is still like incredible moment for TV for me. Like very I've watched that that sequence where they announced the cast like over and over and over again. Yeah, there'll definitely be recency bias.
But for all life, every soul that has ever existed is watching this moment.
But yeah, I mean, like, I don't think they'll do a vote this soon.
When you put it that way.
I think if there is going to be a second chance, I think if there's going to be an All-Star season soon, I think it'll probably just be a standard casting
do whatever.
sort of thing. I don't think they'll go for fan vote.
I didn't come this far to back down.
But to be honest, even with that, there's going to be a lot of recency bias. Again, there's just so many people to pull from recent seasons that, especially like if we're not getting it until 44 or something, like they'll add in 41, 42, 43, to where like I think you can make a cast just from 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Like I think that alone is already enough to make a second chance cast. Yeah. Adding in 3 additional seasons and still also having people from before that, it's like, again, there's gonna be a lot of people to pull from. Who the fuck is this?
Commander Shepard, Colonel Vacom at your service.
I want to thank you and your men.
This is supposed to be Rex. That's so fucking weird.
My men are eager for the fight.
It's just like some random fucking guy that we've never even seen before. Oh wait.
Oh, I should mention the Dalatrass sends her thanks for your handling of the Krogan situation.
Didn't Dalatrass die?
Any of us will have to fight.
Oh no, that was the ambassador. Whatever, fucking cares.
What about this zone? We could circle around.
Did we miss James? I think we did miss James. But again, who fucking cares about James? Yeah, Dominic needs to come back. You're worried there's going to be some WTF picks? I feel like there's going to be more WTF picks if there's a fan vote.
Ask away.
In this battle,
Because at that point, you're opening up the ballot to more people being in the ballot. And then I feel like, who the fuck knows who America votes in? I feel like there's less chance of WTF picks if you have a production choosing. And even then, it's like, you're always going to get W2F picks, no matter what. It's like, no matter what All-Star season you get, you're going to get people that are like, why the fuck are these people here?
our probability for success is greater than any other plan presented to date.
Yeah, like if we had back-to-back All-Star seasons, I felt like 40-41 was the best time to have it. Like do 40 Winners at War 41, Second Chance 2. I think that would have been okay. Or even like 39, Second Chance 2, 40. I guess 39 might be a bit early. So it's not even like, it's only 8 seasons since the last one.
Good. Fight hard, but fight smart. We'll be depending on you.
Understood.
Yeah, I don't think it's likely though. I don't think we'll get back-to-back All-Star seasons. Yeah, I said this before. Star 50 is probably going to be Legends, I would guess. If they do something. They could just not do anything, because they did that for Worlds Apart. But, if they do something, I feel like Legend, like, it probably won't even be called Legends, but a Legends-esque cast is what I'm assuming we're going to get.
We're as ready as we're likely to get.
Who do you think a realistic WTF pick would be? Gotta think of recent seasons. I don't know. Who has been on a recent season that wasn't that prominent, but I mean, I think like one that would be funny is Natalia, because I know Jeff Probst loves Natalia from David vs. Goliath, and that's someone that like no one fucking talks about outside of Jeff Probst. So I feel like that could be like a what the fuck sort of person for Second Chance.
But our biggest concern is the destroyer, protecting the beam itself.
Can we bring in air support to deal with it?
Negative.
I don't think there's like a 0% chance of that of Natalia coming back.
Now they've cut a swath of no man's land through the city. We'll have to cross that first. There'll be some limited shelter on the other side, but expect heavy ground resistance. We need to get our tanks to heal.
I believe the people you're listing, I believe those are people that were called, not people who are guaranteed to be on. Because I don't think they even got that far into casting of Star 40 before it was all winners.
There can be no retreat, no stepping back. We move forward at all costs.
Because the thing is, like, they call like a lot of people for All-Star seasons. They do a lot of availability calls. No matter what season it is. Even on the times that they don't even do all-star seasons, they do availability calls. Like, again, that's why 42. Like, that's why I have a 42 cast speculation video, is because they, for 42 back like over 2 years ago now, right? Or no, it's beginning of 2020, so whatever. Either way, around that time, there was speculation of 42 being Second Chance 2 because there were a lot of availability calls going out. But obviously now it's like neither of them end being all-star seasons, so it didn't really matter. But again, like Spencer, Dom, like those sort of people, it's like those people were called, but definitely not people that were like, again, I don't think they got far enough into the casting to where they were like,
you may be a brother to someone, a daughter, a son,
to where they were on the season at any real point, or they even like actually had a cast fully put together.
And you accepted the challenge.
Yeah, I mean, like all those people are people I would have expected to been called and would be on. If Spencer wants to come back, I think Spencer comes back. And he has been a bit flaky on whether or not he wants to come back. He's definitely been a bit more positive recently.
This war ends today. There will be no second chances.
Yeah, like Dom, I think, is a lock. Carolyn is a relative lock. Like Carolyn's a weird one now because it's been so long. But like if it was immediately after, like Game Changers was the season that she was going to be on, she ended up not being cut, like kind of at the last second. And then Jeff said in interviews that next time we do an All-Star season, Carolyn, you're definitely going to be on. And it's like, well, yeah, I mean, when's that gonna happen at this point? Like, I don't know if they care enough about Carolyn. Like, if we're going to like 44 as Second Chance 2, it's like, do we care enough about Carolyn to still bring her back at that point? It feels kind of weird, but maybe they will. It doesn't matter who we pick. Who cares? And yeah, Devins is like a lock. I mean, no way we're doing another All-Star season without Rick Devins. And it's also like, what the fuck is Rick Devins doing? Like at this point, it's like he has nothing else going on, right? Like I don't even think he's not even working, right? Like he's not even or at least not as a weatherman or anything, or whatever he's, or newscaster or whatever the fuck he was. So it's like, I mean, what else does he have going on? Yeah, I think, again, like, if they do Second Chance 2, it'll be interesting to see who they put on. I think there's so many people to bring back from recent seasons. Like, IOI, I think, in particular, would be interesting to see how many they bring back. Because, like, IOI, I think, is one that you would think that, oh, they probably just want to forget about IOI because of Dan and all that stuff. But, like, also, they do love that cast. Like, they do, like, you have people like, I think Elaine's probably the biggest lock, right? I think Elaine is like guaranteed to be back if they have a Second Chance 2. And you have like a lot of other people that are like big contenders, like people like Lauren Beck. You have Karishma. You have Jamal. You have Janet. You have like a lot of other people that, like, I think are very willing to come back, and I think production would be pretty happy with having them back too. So it's like, I think even again, like, I think Missy, even though people don't like Missy, it's like, I think Missy has a decent chance of coming back. Yeah, I think IOI has a decent amount of contenders. Dean, Nora. I mean, there's a lot of people there for them to pull from. Yeah, and like Edge of Extinction, you obviously have Rick Devins as the lock. Then, to be honest, I think Rick Devins is probably the only lock though from Edge of Extinction. I think outside of that, it's a lot of people that are like maybes. I don't know why I just did that. Like you have like Lauren, which I'm sure Bryce will be excited about. I think you have I don't know. I mean, who else is there? I mean, I guess Edge of Extinction probably doesn't have that many. I think like Big Wendy has a chance. Reem, depending on the situation. War Dog, depending on the cast. I don't know if he's their top pick though, from his archetype. I feel like I'm definitely missing people. I mean, like Victoria is like, I don't know what they're doing with Victoria. Like, I would love to see it, but it's like I don't know how likely it really is. War Dog for the challenge, yes, definitely. Exactly what we need is War Dog. Actually, that'd be hilarious, though. War Dog on the challenge. I would actually love to see that. But kind of more of as ironic thing, just because, like, it's not the type of person I would expect to be on the challenge. But it would be fun, I feel like. Yeah, Natalie Cole, I think, is a pretty high contender. Again, like David vs. Goliath, there's a lot. Like David vs. Goliath, you got Angelina, Christian, Davey, Gabby, Dan, Natalie Cole, Natalia, again, I think is a dark horse pick there. I'm trying to think. Like, again, like Elizabeth and Lyrsa are interesting, but like I don't think they're top of mind at this point. What the fuck was that? Not what I meant to do. I'm trying to think, is there anyone else? Cara K would be would be kind of interesting, but it's like I don't think they're gonna go for her. I don't think they're gonna go for Allison. Mike White doesn't want to come back. Oh, okay. Carl is like, I would like to see Carl probably, but it's like I don't think it's super likely. I would love to see John Henn again, but I don't think that's happening. Yeah, again, yeah, Tommy on the challenge is like, what the fuck? I don't think Gavin is super likely from Edge of Extinction. Oh, yeah, Ron Clark. Ron Clark's, yeah, definitely top contender there from Edge of Extinction. But yeah, I don't see Gavin. I don't think they liked Gavin that much. I don't think it's like a 0% chance, but I would say like he's if we're doing like a power rankings on who's most likely to come back, like I would say like all the people you mentioned plus also probably like Wendy and Reem are more likely. Okay. Yeah, like Tommy on the challenge is like one of the most like what the fuck picks in my eyes. It's like how'd they not go with Dean? Like I don't get how they went with Tommy. Like I mean like Tommy's actually like I actually thought he had an interesting premiere. And like I don't think Tommy is like I think Tommy has potential to make good TV if the circumstance like under certain circumstances, but still not the type of person I would expect to see on the challenge. And again, not the not even like top like 3 or 4 picks I would have picked from IOI to be on the challenge. Again, like I think when you have like Missy and Aaron, and you have Dean, who's like Dean should have been a lock. Like how the fuck is Dean not there? Even Nora, I think, would have been more likely to me than Tommy. Imagine Nora on the challenge. That'd be hilarious. Okay. This feels like it's going on for a while. Yeah, like Nora on the challenge would be funny. And she's willing to hook up, right? Like that was pretty much her thing on Survivor, was how she would relate everything to a date and how she wanted to how she was like boy crazy and everything. So it's like, why not? Put on a challenge. Oh, that's Garrus. I'm an idiot. Nora and Davon together, that'll be funny. I don't think Davon's going back. Like, I would be... One thing, and Davon went on next on the beach, so who the fuck knows? I know she did say in the past that she's done with the challenge, though. Okay. But yeah, again, like, I enjoyed the premiere of Challenge 37, even though I've been very critical of the casting. I feel like the premiere was pretty good. It's disappointing to see Michaela go home so early, but I would be lying if I wasn't saying I wasn't partial. I mean, well, to be fair, I was spoiled, but still, it's like even if I wasn't spoiled, like I definitely expected the survivors to have trouble. So, and especially like her being paired up with another rookie and everything, not super surprising. Okay. Definitely would love to see her back, though. And I don't think it's out of the possibility. I mean, they even showed her on the show talking about how she wants to come back. So it's like, I feel like I would be surprised if we don't see her back. But then again, I said the same thing of Natalie Anderson. We don't have Natalie Anderson back, so who the fuck knows? It is funny though, like, I don't know if Michaela doesn't really feel like she, like, I thought Michaela would fit the challenge coming into it. But then, like, when she's on the show, like, she doesn't really, like, she feels a lot more, again, no offense to the other challenge people, but she feels a lot more classy than a lot of these other people that are on the challenge. Like, where I feel like a lot of the people that are obviously on the challenge are, like, these people that are, like, kind of, a bit more sleazy and like hooking up with everyone, like all that sort of stuff. It's like I feel like Michaela doesn't really fit into that. I feel like she feels more like just a normal, real person instead of this like over the top reality TV sort of person. Even though I think when you think of Michaela on Millennium Generation X, you think of her as this like over the top person, like this, like again, obviously she has like this great reaction to her vote out and everything. And then, like, even in Game Changers, you have her, like, sipping the tea and all that sort of stuff. And it's like, I feel like that's, like, what you get from, like, what you expect you would get from Michaela. But then, like, you see her on all of, like, the preseason stuff for the challenge, and even on this season itself, and, like, she seems like a more normal person in comparison to all these other people. Yeah, I do wish Natalie Anderson was there, but like from what I understand, they didn't want her because of her tweets, right? She had some tweets from years ago that were not great. Which again is a shame. I do think she had a lot of potential in the challenge in terms of her like. Again, in terms of physicality, like it seemed like socially. Again, I think Natalie Anderson's another one that, like, I don't know how well she integrates in the socially within a challenge cast, but would have been cool to see her back. Oh, you started watching Double Agents because of her. I mean, Wes did not last much longer. Actually, wasn't Wes gone by the time Natalie? Yeah, Wes was gone first, right? Yeah, obviously CT lasted a lot longer. I find it so weird how, like, CT has, like, transformed over the last few seasons. Or, like, at this point, he's pretty much, like, back to what he was, like, years ago. Where he's like way more in shape now than he has been in recent seasons. Okay, we're at this. This is the penultimate section, right? This section's really going on for a while, though, I feel like. Which, I mean, to be fair, it is the final mission in the game, but still.
There's the artillery.
But the company's been wiped out.
Commander, do you read me?
Major, what's the situation?
The beam's interfering with missile guidance. We can hit the destroyer.
Why are ginger winners always underrated? How many ginger winners are there?
Edie, can you read me?
Yes, Commander.
Like, obviously Tommy, but it's like, who's another ginger winner?
Excellent.
I'll need you to open a link
Oh, well, Cochrane.
On it.
Is there anyone else? No. Like, it's so fucking, like, Tommy, like, the way that people assess Tommy's game is so fucking weird to me. Like, I really don't get how he isn't as highly regarded. I guess, like, is it just because he's so fucking boring? Like, is that really it? And, like, is it because he's on IOI, which is, like, this... But then, like, I feel like if, like, Lauren Beck won the season, she would be highly regarded. Yeah, I feel like Tommy just completely outplays Lauren Beck. Yeah, he doesn't get it. I don't know, it's weird to me how... Like, it fucking blew my mind when, like, listening to, like, the, RGP season ranking things they're doing. And, like, along the way, they're, like, having the poll for, like, winner ranking stuff. And, like, Tommy's, like, in the bottom half and everything. It's like, how? Like, I really don't get it. How people watch IOI and think, like, oh, Tommy, like, what a shit winner this guy is. I don't know. I really don't get it. Oh yeah, Andy too, yeah. Yeah, like Andy, like, I mean, Andy I get. Like, largely because, like, people don't like the way he plays the game. And also I think, like, a lot of people don't really fully grasp what he was able to do.
Hang in there, soldier.
And when it goes to Cochrane, it's like Cochrane also the same thing. It's like, I get why people don't appreciate Cochrane's game. It's like, they look at it as he was, like, handed the game because he came in with, like, a whole bunch of friends. It was a fans versus favorite season. Like, I get that. But, like, when it comes to Tommy, it's like, I really don't get how you dismiss Tommy's game. And, like, I know, actually, well, I know some people, like, dismiss him for, like, oh, he needed, the idle nullifier to get Janet out, and he needed, to, like, if Lauren didn't win fire, he loses the game. But it's like, again, like, this is, like, all situations that occur because Dan got ejected. And, like, if Dan didn't get ejected, Tommy would have had a much easier road to a win. And, like, Tommy's one of these people, like, he ends up having to face so much more adversity than what he should have due to out-of-the-game circumstances. And he still overcomes that adversity to win the game in still a dominant fashion. It's like, if the game had, like, if Dan never got ejected, Tommy has such a smooth road to the end where they don't even need to idle nullify. They were going to blindside Janet at Final 6. And then after that, they were going to take out Lauren at Final 5. And then he's at the Final 4 with Dan, Dean, and Nora, where every one of them is taking him to the end. And he wins against every one of them. Like, it's like, yeah, if the game played out that way, then, like, he, like, I really don't feel like there's anything you can truly knock his game for. But, like, it doesn't because, like, Dan gets ejected, but it's like, even then, like, you have the fact that, like, Dan gets ejected, which had nothing to do with what Tommy was, doing.
Got it. You heard her. Back to the truck, people.
Yeah, like, he's pretty low in the rank. I don't remember exactly, like, I'm pretty far behind on those podcasts. I haven't, listened to all the season rankings and everything, but, like, I'm pretty sure he's still pretty, like, I'm pretty sure, like, by the end of it, he's probably gonna be in the 30s. Oh, you watched Challenge 35. Yeah, like, recent challenge seasons have not been my thing. I didn't love Double Agents. Total Madness is... They're both probably around the same tier. Yeah, hopefully the season plays out better, but... not too optimistic.
More are coming.
Well, I hope they like kind of realize that these seasons have been kind of boring, but like I don't think they do though. Like because they're just doing this. Like this season, they're literally just doing the same thing they did with Double Agents. Like they literally brought back half the fucking cast of Double Agents. It's like I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't think they're making the show in the way that I personally like. But whatever. I mean, again, like the challenge is doing better in the ratings now than it ever has, right? Like, or at least in recent years. So it's like, I mean, obviously they're doing something right from that aspect, but like I do for the most part enjoy how the older seasons were. Not even necessarily older, but like I mean, like if we're like probably early 20s. Like I think the strongest stretch of challenge seasons in my eyes is probably what, like 21. Like what, 21, 22, 23 is like not as great, but like it's like a bit of a fun train wreck season. And like 24 is good, 25 is good, 26 is good. So I think that's probably like the best stretch of the show. And he had like 2 complete shit seasons in a row, and Battle of the Bloodlines and Rivals 3. What the fuck? That was so bright. And then like Invasion's a season that I don't particularly like, but I know it's a pretty important one. I mean, yeah, like recent seasons have been very on and off to me, but I thought like 21 through 26 was a pretty consistent. I mean, really, if we're going 19 to 26, I feel like even that's like a pretty consistent era of the show. And it's like, it's a radically different show too. Like they've recently taken this like super serious tone with them like trying to make the challenge into this like actual like massive competition sort of thing, when like it used to just be a straight up reality show. But like now they're like and they're like trying to make it into something that feels a bit more important than what it actually is. It's like as if they're trying to make the challenge into like some sort of sport or something. Yeah, I mean, CT's an interesting figure for the show. I really, like, I do like CT in the grand scheme of things, but there's definitely some things that, are very, wonky with him. I do think, like, he is someone that does scream out to me as someone that, I think he knows what he's doing at this point when it comes to his perception. I do think he, comes off as a bit calculated to me. But I don't know, he's a fun, like, he can be a fun character. I do feel like he's like one that, I do think he struggles in like the lead role though. I do think Double Agents, in particular, like was a season where like it was focused so much on CT, and I think in that role, I don't know if that's the best role for him. Like I think he's one of these people that's like, it's really great as like a person that like kind of makes fun of people in the confessional at points, or like has like kind of like fun one-liners and that sort of thing. Like I don't think he makes the like he's not a good narrator in most situations. And I feel like that's like the position he was put in for Double Agents. I don't feel like it really worked out the greatest there. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, like I think there's an argument for CT being the best challenge competitor, male challenge competitor. At this point, I think it's between him and Bananas, and even then, like I don't personally like. I like CT more than I like Bananas. Someone in the comment section told you Nicole F is more overrated than Janelle. Yeah, probably not the case. I mean, like, I think there are certain people that probably overrate Nicole Franzel, but definitely the general community does not overrate Nicole Franzel. And obviously, like, Janelle is very overrated for the most part. Like, dude, I think Janelle has gotten so I think people have so overrated her that I think the reaction to that has also become like too harsh as well, to where like I think so many people underrate her because of the reaction to her being overrated. Like, I think she's like kind of in the middle of that. But in the grand scheme of things, like I don't think she is a
Thank God you made it.
like, obviously she's not the greatest player in the world or anything. All right, we're about to get to the final confrontation.
It gets worse.
Of course it does.
Okay, I said we were going to finish the main game at 2 hours 20 minutes. It's not happening or 2 hours and 30 minutes. Definitely not happening at this point. It's going to be closer to the 3 hour mark. Oh my god, I have 35 fucking Big Brother updates on my phone right now. Oh, is he doing one-on-ones already? Probably is, right? I do know that Kylan did say that tomorrow nominations are going to be a bit earlier, so
All right. Saddle up, everybody.
he's going to try to do his one-on-ones tonight.
Get me Admiral Hackett.
What is this conversation? Kylan says, I didn't, like, to Brittany, he's talking to Brittany, I don't think you have as high of a percentage of going up as you think you do. She says, I didn't think I did. He responds, I think you should have. Or I think you should have thought you did. It's like, what the fuck is that response? Like, that's the thing with Kylan. Like, Kylan says some really fucking dumb things sometimes. Like, he's someone, I don't think he watches what he says at points, and he definitely says things that he shouldn't. Am I going to be voting for someone to get the power? No. I don't care enough, really. I do for that. We're not even voting for the power. We're more so voting for them to get more money for the chance to win a power. Yeah, I'm not really that invested. Like, I've talked about this in the past with the reality TV. Like, I'm not really that invested in, like, who wins and stuff anymore from a, like, personal standpoint. Like, I don't really, like, have, like, that many favorites that are my favorites because of them as a person or them as a character. Like, I'm not actively, especially in Big Brother, more so than, like, even than Survivor and stuff. It's like I more so just root for strong gameplay and whoever is playing the best.
A straight shot with Reapers trying to crush us along the way.
But again, I'm not really that invested in who gets the, like, 25 extra Big Brother bucks. I'm assuming like Derek X is gonna get it. Probably Hannah, and then probably Tiffany. I don't know. This was a bad episode for Tiffany, though. But then again, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. So it's like maybe Tiffany still gets that spot. But I feel like Tiffany's definitely going to get, like, one of the bonuses. I just don't know if it's going to be the top or the second one of it. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these play out. But yeah, not personally going to vote for it. Yeah, I mean, that's usually a thing with Janelle. So yeah, they say that he got third place 2 times in a row. Which again, it's like, it's more so look at how they got there to begin with. Alright, let's go. Final, whatever. Not really the final thing in the game, but pretty close to it. Okay. Are we gonna get the is it just a straight shot? I don't remember how this works with the director's cut being added. Okay, guess we'll see now. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably who I see getting the vote. Like, I think Derek X is for sure getting it. Like, I see 0% chance Derek X is gonna not get it again. He's the fan favorite from... Oh, is she about to die? Oh. Well, shit. I forgot that happened. Like, I knew that there was a chance of that happening, but I forgot that actually, like, happens here, or, like, I thought it would be like, I forgot I didn't realize we get, like, an actual scene of them dying. Like, I thought it was just, like, something that happened in the background or whatever. So that's depressing. Yeah, I think DX for sure getting it. Hannah, like, I can see, like, I definitely see her getting it, but, like, I think for sure she's gonna get, like, one of the bonuses. I think she's kind of on the border of that, like, third, fourth sort of spot, though. And I think Tiffany, like, coming into this week, I think would have been for sure in the top 3, but I think at this point, it's like, she might be hovering outside of it. Liara would definitely remember that. Alright. For some reason, I forgot about this section. Like, where you actually, like, have a gun and everything, and you're actually supposed to kill some enemies later on. It's like, for some reason, I always remember this as just, like, you just, like, slowly walking to the beam without that sort of stuff involved. Like, when I replayed it last time, I was like, well, why the fuck do we have a gun? Can we shoot him? What happens if we shoot him? Nothing? Okay, well, fine. There we go. Wow, I missed both those shots. Well, no, maybe I did him. This is so bad. I can't fucking aim for the life of me. Why am I not hitting him? Oh my fucking god. There we go. That only took like 5 tries. Yeah, he is the final boss in the game. That Marauder, he's, It is funny, though. Yeah, he is technically the final person you kill within the actual combat of the game. He's like, I mean, technically you killed the elusive man, but, it's their dialogue and everything. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting, though, to see who doesn't get any bonuses from the Big Brother thing, from the vote. Because, like, I do think the capsules are going to have a pretty big part in this. With them, with obviously the text element of it, I feel like that makes it a lot more convenient for them. So I do wonder if, like, maybe like a Brittany has a higher chance of getting something. Maybe Alyssa, because people feel bad for that. She just lost Christian. Oh, like, I think it'll be interesting to see how this breaks out. Yeah, how depressing is it, by the way, that, we had this, like, massive group of people trying to get to the fucking Citadel, yet only 2 fucking people make it through. I do love, like, the hopeless feel of this section of the game, though. Yeah, so, you know, we're probably about like 20-ish minutes away from finishing the game. Man, I think we'll finish the game, and I think I might just call it a day in terms of the stream. I don't know how much more I really want to go beyond this. It's already, even then, it's like by the time we finish, this will be 3 o'clock in the morning. I did stream to 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday, so it's like, I don't think we need to really go beyond what we need to here. I feel like I already talked about most of what I had to talk about with like Big Brother and all that stuff, so. Yeah, well, obviously finish the game though.
Makes sense.
Yeah, Mass Effect TV series. I think it'll be interesting. I don't know what you would do with it though. Like, would you follow Shepard, or would it be anything? I don't know. Like, was it Henry Cavill was like rumored to be involved in some sort of Mass Effect project? Which is like, we don't know what that is, but we don't know if it's like. I doubt it's a new game though, right? Because like the new game that we know of is like, that's not even like really in development yet. Like they haven't started actual development on that game yet, so it's like it feels weird that like Henry Cavill will be announcing that he's like involved with some Mass Effect project that early on for that. So I don't know, maybe it is a TV show or a movie or something.
I think I'm near an exit.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't get too far ahead of me.
So after this, so obviously today's Thursday. I think next time I don't know when the next time I'll stream is going to be. It'll probably be Sunday. I think after this week I'll probably go back to the schedule I was doing before these last couple of weeks. Again, these last couple of weeks I've had a bit of adjusted work schedule, so it's kind of allowed me to stream on Thursday here. But next week it kind of goes back to normal, so we'll probably go back to Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, just because that's what's most convenient for me. Probably. I'm trying to think, like, I could do Friday, probably. But I don't really want, I don't really want to do Friday. Yeah, probably still will be Sunday. I'm trying to think, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday is probably what works out the best. Yeah. But so yeah, next time we stream, we will be starting to Kill Everybody playthrough. I don't know what I really want to call that. I guess it, like, is it kill? Should I do Kill Everybody, or like everyone dies, or like I was gonna do like worst possible playthrough, but it's like, first off, it's probably not the worst possible playthrough, but also it's like it's kind of a long title in terms of like the word limit on YouTube when I like export as a VOD. It's kind of like too long of a title. Even now, like when I'm doing Renegade trilogy playthrough, like that's pretty long for the VOD. So, we'll see.
I don't think so.
Genocide. Friendless Shepherd Run.
Why waste your time
Yeah, I don't know.
with us if you can control the
It's gonna be funny too, because like we're literally gonna turn away Garrus in Mass Effect 1. We're gonna turn away Rex. Well, actually, I don't know how I want to approach Rex, because I want to kill him in 1. But I also kind of want to turn him away just because it'd be funny. Like, so what I think I'm gonna do is, like, when he initially wants to join our group, we just say no. Or actually, no, we just never pick him up, I guess, right? Because like you don't actually even have to interact with Rex. Yes, I guess we just don't even bother picking him up until right before we go to Vermeer, and then we literally pick him up to be part of our crew just to kill him. Now that I think about it, I forgot to do the Diana Adler's thing. I just realized that I was gonna try to sleep with Diana Adler's just to fucking kick her off our ship. I guess we'll save that for next time. I forgot about that until now. But whatever.
And waste this opportunity? Never.
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, Mass Effect 1 I feel like is the most boring of the Wait, can I not do this? Why can't I do that? Oh. Well, shit, I fucked up then. Well. Mass Effect 1, I feel like isn't going to be that interesting, but again, we should be able to rush through it a bit quicker than we did last time, because last time was playing out Insanity, and that definitely extended that playtime. But yeah, this time we'll just rush through it, easiest difficulty. So what? I think the things that we need to do, we need to not get Garrus. Rex we will save till right before we end up having to kill him, and we will kill him in Vermeer. We will then Kaden or Ashley, it doesn't matter, like it's the same thing. We're not going to get Liara until after Vermeer.
This isn't about me it's about things so much bigger than all of us.
He's wrong.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all. And then like we'll do renegade options for a lot of the decisions. So we'll let the Citadel die, or let the Council die. I mean, kill the Arachnite Queen, stuff like that. Mass Effect 2 is going to be the most interesting of the bunch.
Use the Crucible to control them.
Because Mass Effect 2, we're gonna have to. I've seen a guide on how to have everyone survive, or how to have everyone die except for Zaid and Morinth. So I think we're gonna follow that guide. I think through that means that we don't open up Grunt. We sell Legion. We don't get any of the upgrades, obviously, for the ship. So that kills off 3 people right off the bat. We're gonna have to do very specific picks during the suicide mission. We'll also have to do, obviously, Samara's loyalty mission so that we can get Morinth on our crew. We're also going to have to waste time after the IFF mission, like do a couple like side quests and stuff, so that way yeah, so that way the crew dies, like all of the crew, all the extra crew members die. And then, yeah, we should be able to finish Mass Effect 2 with only Morinth and Zaid living. Which, even if we fuck that up, like, which again, like, obviously, I'm hoping we don't. But even if we fuck it up, it's again, you can kill everyone by the time Mass Effect 3 anyway, for the most part. There's definitely chances. Is there anyone that you can't kill off over the course of Mass Effect 3? I guess like. Well, no, because, like, Grunt, we're not even gonna unlock to begin with. I missed the fucking button prompt. I'm a fucking idiot. I dropped I put down the controller. That's my own fault. There we go. Now, fuck you. Again, that was our final boss. What a riveting final boss battle. But yeah, yeah, what else was there? And then Zaid, after we finish... Okay, let's actually read just the headset. It's, like, really fucked up. But yeah, Zaid, after you finish the suicide mission, you can do his loyalty mission, in which he can die at the end of it. That means we can... I think that means that we can carry over to 3 with only Morinth in Ideal World, which Morinth never shows up in 3. So, yeah, and then that means, like, in 3, like, we never get Javik. We kill whichever of Kaden or Ashley we let survive in the Citadel 2. And then, Garrus and Tali are going to be dead by that point, hopefully. So that means that all we have left is EDI, James, and Liara. And if we get to the end of the game, again, like what we did here, if we pick Liara and James, they can die in the final mission, like Liara and Garrus just did. And then that would only leave EDI, which she dies if we pick the worst possible ending, which we would have to get at that point, because we're probably not going to be able to get a good ending. Actually, we're probably going to get that ending here, too. Well, we'll see. So again, that's pretty much killing every single squad mate. So that's what we're striving for. We'll probably take a bit more time playing 3 though there, because like I do want to do certain missions. like I want to do all the missions that involve characters from 2, just to see how they change without those characters appearing. But again, 1 and 2 should be definitely a lot. 2 in particular should be very, very much abbreviated from the last playthrough. Yeah, how long did this take us to finish anyway? 'Cause I feel like this didn't even take us that long to finish Mass Effect 3 this time. I think it only took us like, what, like 15 hours maybe? Which, like, in comparison to my other one, it's not that long.
Shepard? Commander?
What do you need me to do?
Nothing's happening.
It's funny to have played, like, the entirety of the trilogy here and just, like, taken it as a joke. And, like, it's weird, like, considering how, like, by this point in my trilogy playthrough, when I was, like, during my full Paragon one, where I was, like, taking it seriously, it's like, this is, like, a fantastic moment for me, like, this entire stuff with, all hope seeming lost and everything, but, like, here on the replay here, we're not taking it seriously. It's like, who gives a shit? Yeah, now we're gonna meet the Catalyst, everyone's favorite character, best Mass Effect character, obviously. It's so fucking dumb that it's just like represented by this, like, by the little kid that he saw die earlier.
Why are you here?
This is something I didn't even pick up on though until my replay, is that if you pay attention to the voice, like obviously like the main voice that you hear is the kid, but like the other two like you also hear these other voices, like that's male and female Shepard.
It's my home.
Which I did not pick up on until my most recent playthrough.
Who are you? I am the Catalyst.
I thought the Citadel was the catalyst.
No.
Nope.
The Citadel is part of me.
I need to stop the Reapers. Do you know how I can do that?
The Reapers are mine. I control them. They are my solution.
Which, by the way, I feel like this is made a lot better by the Leviathan DLC.
The solution to what?
I feel like that definitely makes the, gives you a lot more context on the Reaper's creation and all that.
You bring it on yourselves. The created will always rebel against their creators. But we found a way to stop that from happening. A way to restore order.
By wiping out organic life?
No, we harvest advanced civilizations, leaving
Oh, nah, the Catalyst is just, like, this is more so just, like Shepard's, like, interpretation of it, I guess? I don't know how you really describe it.
So they can make way for new life.
Yeah, like, the boy from the beginning was not the actual Catalyst, like, that was just a boy that died. But,
No, you can't. Without us to stop it, synthetics would destroy all
it's like he just, like,
We've created the cycle so that never happens. That's the solution.
I don't really care. But, like, this is just more so, like, his interpretation, like, his, like, envisioning of it. I don't know how you really describe it.
You take that away.
Like, it's supposed to be in his, like, own consciousness. That's why, like, you hear, like, Shepard's voices in there.
The fact that you were standing here, the first organic ever, proves it. But it also proves my solution won't work.
Yeah, wasn't that I feel like I remember that being a thing, that, like, there was,
Depends on you.
Or maybe I'm misremembering this. I was gonna say, like, I feel like the the person that you kill on Vermeer was gonna play a role in 3 as like something like a hallucination that he had.
The Crucible changed me.
So maybe that was like an initial plan, maybe.
But I can't make them happen. If there is to be a new solution, you must act. It is now in your power to control us.
Yeah, we only have one option, right?
So the elusive man was right after all.
I guess.
Yes, but he could never have taken control.
I always found the control ending to be like the worst one in my eyes. Because it's like you spend the entire time, like you spend the entire game trying to avoid this, and like you be fighting against the elusive man because like he's a fucking lunatic for thinking he controlled the Reapers and everything. But then like you go and just control the Reapers.
Not if I refuse to do it.
True, though you were bound to these decisions. Just
Yeah, I mean like again, like I think the catalyst and like
not by you or these choices.
like it's definitely very rushed. I really don't like how this was handled. Like I don't mind the actual endings themselves, but I do feel like the way that
there is only one way ahead.
they deal with the catalyst and everything was not ideal. Oh yeah, should we retract it? Because we could do that too. I didn't even think of that until now. Yeah, let's do that, because like next time I'm not going to reject it because I'm going to try to kill Edie. Like this time, let's just fucking reject it. Fuck it.
Then you will die knowing that you failed to save everything you fought for.
I almost picked the Paragon option there.
Mine and everyone's. I fight for the right to choose our own fate.
Sure.
And if I die,
That'll definitely work out.
I'll die knowing that I did everything.
Spoiler alert, she will die.
And I'll die free.
The cycle continues.
What a masterful ending. Yeah, I went with the synthesis ending. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say it is icky, like to force everyone to essentially be, like to merge, whatever, but I feel like, to me, that feels like the best ending. Like, I feel like it fits the themes of the series more. Is that really what happened? Like, just nothing happens? Oh, that's fucking dumb. Actually, like, I've never seen this ending before, because like this was a ending added for the director's cut. But that's fucking dumb that like it literally just ends with him standing there, or her standing there, rather.
Hope that you can avoid the same mistakes we made.
What are they in, like some sort of bunker?
But we failed to stop them. We did everything.
Yeah, so we're just like continuing the cycle.
The Crucible, but it didn't work. We fought as a united galaxy, but it wasn't enough. I only hope the information in this capsule is enough to help you before it's too late. My name is Dr. Liara Tassoni. Herein lies the recounting of our war with the Reapers.
What a masterpiece. Is that really it? I feel like it probably is, right? Yeah, there we go. What a masterpiece. That definitely was well worth it. Oh, can I not skip? Oh, okay, I can. There we go. Alright. Oh no, we still get the Stargazer scene? Okay.
Did that all really happen?
We'll never know exactly what it was.
Oh, it's the woman one, okay.
Yes. The archives tell the true story.
Oh, because it's like the alien one, right?
They fought a terrible war.
Because I think it's if it's the human one, it's the
And that's why we have peace.
It's like an old, like I think I looked this up yesterday. It like turns out it's like Buzz Aldrin for some reason. They actually got Buzz Aldrin to play the male Stargazer.
What else do we know about the Shepherd?
Just what we have in the archives. But I've only told you a few of the stories.
Now this song, like I don't know why, this song always
It's
is one that's always stuck in my head for a while.
Okay. One more story.
Yay, we're done. Please. Alright, there we go. Did we end the Reaper threat? It literally said on there, congratulations, you've stopped the Reaper threat. It's like, I'm pretty sure we didn't. We literally just said fuck off and didn't stop it, so. I don't know what they're doing in the next game. Like, are they gonna... Like, because, like, next game is gonna be with Liara, right? I mean, like, we know that Liara's in it, at least. So, like, I doubt they're gonna bother with, the Stargazer and stuff like that. I don't know how they're gonna approach it. It's just gonna be weird, because it's like, if it's still taking place around Shepard time, but we're not playing as Shepard, but we can still, like, interact with all these characters that Shepard, like, was friends with, but like a lot of these can be dead, like, so that's even the weirder thing too. So it's like, are they gonna even bother like trying to transfer over saves, or are they gonna like just create a new canon and like have everyone still alive, or what? Like I don't know what they're gonna do, but then it's not coming for another like 5 years anyway. Like, it's so far down the road. Oh yeah, it should be yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. That'd be funny if you can like interact with Shepard. You can there's just a whole bunch of fucking Shepard clones around the open world, and you can just interact with them. Where are we at time wise? Are we? It took us. Wait. It only took us 10 hours. Oh no, because they Never mind. Yeah. Because so it probably took us like 12 and a half or so. But anyway, again, do I care enough to do anything here? I don't think I do. Yeah. Was it? We played DLC Shepard. He still survived. I didn't do Citadel. I forgot about it that I didn't do the Citadel. Then again, like, there's not really a point here, because we're just gonna do it next time when everyone's dead.
Pound for pound is irrelevant, given the significance.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, again, like, the rumor that's out there is that then the next Mass Effect is gonna be you playing as you can pick like what race you want to play as, and you make your own character and that sort of thing. Which, like, I don't think I like. Like, I mean, like, I very much would have preferred if we, I don't know if we needed another Shepard game, but, like, maybe, like, something like, because I feel like one of the major themes of Mass Effect is, like, this, like, humanity trying to find its way. And I feel like if you get rid of that, then it's like, is it really Mass Effect anymore? But then again, it's still within the Mass Effect world, and it's like, I don't know. But I just feel like, again, like, we talked about this in previous streams, so it'll just be kind of weird, like, when we're playing as a fucking, like, Asari or a Turian or any of these other things. Yeah, like, I do worry for the storytelling of it, because obviously that'll make it a lot harder to tell a focused narrative when you have, like, so many varied, amount of characters that you could be, which has always been kind of my issue with like games like Cyberpunk or like some of these other like massive RPGs that have like this massive character, because like even though Mass Effect still has that element of it where like you do create your own Shepard, and like there's different classes, like you play them all in a different way. It's like at the end of the day, it's like Shepard still has like a certain personality, and like still has like is still a character. It's not like an empty shell of a thing that you mold. It's like there's still like a distinct character within that. But I think if we move to like you can pick like one of any race, and it's like obviously like each of these races have their own distinct traits and everything. It's like once we're getting to that, it's like having them have to make a main story that like fits all of those characters. Like it just doesn't really like I feel like it will probably end up being a very watered down version of Mass Effect from a narrative standpoint, which is something that not too excited about, but we'll see how it plays out. Like even Andromeda, like as much as people don't like Andromeda, and the Andromeda has a lot of issues, like even like at least Andromeda is still like a focused narrative. Again, it's still like you play as Ryder, one of two different, like either the male or female version of it against a brother and sister duo. And it's like there's still like a focused story around their characters, even though they're not particularly the most entertaining characters, but like at least there's still a focused story around them. While obviously it's like very tough to do that with a purely like player created character. Like kind of what that's like one of my issues, at least with like Watch Dogs Legion and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, yeah, obviously we're done with the gameplay and stuff. I mean, I don't know if there's that much to really talk about. So yeah, next time we'll start that Kill Everyone playthrough. I want to try to get that done in probably like ideally I would say like 2 weeks. Can it happen? Probably not. But I would like to do it. Like because I think Mass Effect 1 is probably going to take like maybe 3 streams. Then what, 2 will probably be around the same, 3 or 4, and then yeah, I mean there's no way we're doing it in 2 weeks. It'll probably take like 3 weeks. But I think that's what we'll try to do. I think maybe like finish a game a week, because again I typically stream 3 times a week. So if we could do Mass Effect 1 next week, Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, I feel like that kind of works out. Yeah, we'll probably be playing Male Shepherd, I think. Probably Male Shepherd, and we'll probably go back to my normal, like, Soldier. Because, again, I just kind of want to blow through the game, like, the actual gameplay part of it, because, like, to be honest, that's the least interesting part of what I plan on doing. So, in terms of, like, the combat and everything, I kind of just want to blow through it, so I might as well just go with something that I'm familiar with. So we'll go with, probably back to Soldier. But, yeah, again, I think we're good. So yeah, next time will be probably on Sunday. We'll probably go Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. Actually, we're not even at 3 hours yet. This is like one of the shorter streams, I think, in last bit. But again, I don't really feel like doing side content Mass Effect 3. But yeah, so yeah, tomorrow got the Big Brother. At least I'll be making the Big Brother mid-season power ranking. That should be out on Saturday. And yeah, I mean that's probably all I'll be able to work on really until the next time I stream, because again I do work both Saturday and Sunday, so not gonna really be focusing too much on the channel during that time. If anything, like maybe get a start to editing the Final Fantasy 15 retrospective that I have in the back burner, but again, probably barely anything, if that. No way I'm getting that done by the time I stream next time. So anyway, so yeah, that's it for stream. Thank you to anyone else that is still here. Again, 3 people. Thank you to the 3 people. Yeah. See you guys later. Alright, what's this? Wait, did you take the cup? No. Picture to the after? No, I did not. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna end stream. So, see you later, Sorko.